Welcome back to the 3-Star channel where the content is exactly what you expect it to be.
Shit!
Roll.
Welcome to the 3-Star channel where the content is
Guys, I got a 6! Shit, apparently.
Go.
Tonight's episode was brought to you by that feeling where you really want to fist fight all
What'd
of
you
your
get?
roommates
3.
in a Denny's parking lot.
What'd you get? What'd you get? What'd you get? Roll your dice. 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 What'd you get?
One.
Gummy angle's messed up. I gotta fix it now.
I got yours.
Yeah.
I almost threw
Did
that
you roll
ball at you.
shit?
No, I got a 6.
And why does it say 3?
That's Denver.
Please, baby.
These are not mine.
Stop stealing Rain's dice.
Stop
Ask
giving
for
me
them
your
back.
dice.
Where's the dice?
When I need
Ignore that.
5d6, stop giving me yours.
Offer them back.
Get your own more D6.
Get 5d6, Bradley.
You know they sell little containers.
3.25 stars. We're above average today.
Junior.
I'm steadily approaching.
I brought it down. I'm sorry, I got the one.
Wall.
I got a 6, you fuckers. I win.
Man, we're still barely above average, so.
My back hurts.
You know, we are
You
giving
win.
it a concerted effort.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I
Did you
apparently
really
don't.
Doc, you think you
Damn,
can...
why we got so many fucking chairs at the table? Holy shit.
Hey, Doc,
It's
do you
so
think
large
you
a
can
room.
give the recap this week, or do you want to pick someone to give the recap?
This is where Eula sits, and this is where Scara sits. Because if we sit anywhere near each other, we just throw food.
I'm gonna throw for you no matter how far away you sit from me.
You and here, they're still a far way away.
No, I said here and here.
Who picks? Come here. Which one are you feeling? Here? Yep, that's the one you keep moving. Sarah, your turn to recap.
Nice. So,
I don't know why, but that sounded like you were about to say, nice cock.
nice call.
Why are we just mean?
Thank you, I made it myself.
So, long story short,
I'm surviving on a combo of humor and spite.
we make it to Eula and Kai's manor.
Thank you.
And guys.
We are casually kind of, looking around a little bit. We kind of go outside. All of a sudden, Arya pops up behind us, and she's like, are we going to get this started? And we're like, oh yeah, fuck, maybe we should go inside. Eula was like, let me do something real quick. Scara went, no, get your ass in there and handle your own shit that involves actually being a part of your
We're
meeting you
still
created.
early.
The court case that
And
you asked for.
so Scara
We're still early.
made a deal with the Feywild
Why are you?
for the Fey magic to hide this meeting from Titania's knowledge, sight, mind, whatever you want to go for.
Omnipotence.
And he just kind of had to give a little bit of himself.
Thanks.
Wasn't much. He's fine. He didn't do much damage.
No, it would be omniscience.
And now we're about to
Nama.
go in here and see how much we can do. See if we can get some allies.
You left out the most important part. Armistead Meadow with his
Oh,
girlfriend.
yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
kill all of them.
Aramis straight up went, I need my girlfriend to be safe.
And we all went,
And
you're
then I
what?
wrapped her up into the plot. So, that's cool.
By the paws on my shoulder. Malachi, you're next.
Fuck. Well, I had a bad dream the session before last, and I went to tell everyone about it when we woke up, right? And someone said, I'm gonna cook dinner, and it's gonna take a whole hour. And I had to wait. But after we got it done, kind of figured out an Oberon, sort of a problem, sort of not a problem. Yola fed us some great food that does some really cool stuff that we need to remember. Went to the manor, he did his bullshit, the thing I said, and people are there.
Alright. Aramis, you'll go next. Then we'll end out on Eula.
So I had some concerns about
Well,
it.
is Kai done?
Are you done?
Is Kai done?
So I had some concerns about a particular individual, somebody I happen to care a minor amount about.
Minor.
And yet I somehow managed to enrapture her in a plot of a coup d'etat to overthrow the government.
I through. He's like, I probably should not. He's Hagrid, man. I should not have said that.
Hi. So by coming here, you have forfeited your freedom because now we're enraptured in a plot to overthrow the government.
It's fine.
Hey, how you doing? I don't know how much I can tell you. I need to convene with my associates, but this is arguably the safest place in the realm for you to be. So you can stay here because things are about to get bad.
I'm about to do a little fucky wucky. Potentially.
And also, Eula kept stalling when it came to starting the conference that she called for.
It still ain't 9:30. Or 1. It still ain't 1.
Everyone else is here.
Doesn't matter.
We're
starting at 1.
I'm gonna kill him.
We can't start anything early, can we?
I had to prepare. That's a recap. I had to prepare for stuff. They came early. People giving me shit because they came early.
Yeah,
I had
that's
stuff to do. It ain't 1 yet. We ain't having the meeting yet. But we're having the meeting now.
As it has been foretold for literally a month.
Over a month.
For no, 6 weeks.
This 2 days has taken us 6 weeks.
So,
You guys are trying to make every day count considering you only got, what is it, Sarah? Like 14, 15?
The scare's got 3.
15. Yes. Or
Oh,
is it-
we're
yeah.
on day 15, so 15.
The god counter
Yeah.
ticks.
I have 3.
Yes.
Speaking of which, I forgot to get my
known
notebook.
by our numbers that are backwards for you guys. Because cameras, right?
The DM has. We have also, I'm sure you're aware because of last week, the DM has gotten a new familiar.
And is making them
So-
trying to bait me.
My siblings are in the kitchen.
And they're gonna stay in the kitchen.
Well, they're just kind of there until any kind of notice of possibly needing them, but they're currently in the kitchen. This is Mama Lulu, because we don't have minis.
I'll set those.
We can get Mama Lulu. Fuck off.
Here, grab him.
No. This is Mama Lulu.
This is Mama Lulu.
You guys can set him down.
Big and scary.
You can set him down on the floor.
He doesn't want.
He will come right back up.
He probably
Sorry.
will. He'll just
Sorry,
pick
I'm
who he
scared
calls
now.
up this time. Like, I swear to God, he bounced back and forth earlier between me and Megan and Bradley.
If we keep doing this, he will one ups when he's an adult like Nico.
Oh no, it's already down very badly.
It's happened.
But see, the difference is that he doesn't want ups. He gives himself ups.
He goes up.
He puts himself there. Nico asks, he demands, and then just does it. He doesn't even ask. He just is. He's on the floor and all of a sudden he's on your shoulder because he somehow got on your knee and you don't know how that happened either.
You're still a very farty cat.
Tim's a baby.
He does
He's a baby
pass
who
a
smells
lot
like
of gas.
butts.
He passes a lot of gas.
And he always puts his ass near your face, not the backwards way.
Honey, you're facing the wrong way.
Tim is a baby.
Tim's fine.
He is a baby.
You got the front covered, he's covering your back. Alright?
He's turned around,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
He's
I
like, I'll
forgot.
figure it out. Give
I
me a
want to
minute.
be so well polished you could see your face and the reflection of my loved ass cheek from a mile away.
What the fuck?
Aramis.
See, he fixed it.
Not fart.
He's like, I'm going down. Down your titties.
You are not going on
Onto
the table, young man.
He's trying now.
I think he is.
I had them earlier and then I kind of just let go and then I just held him and he's like, this is fine.
Do you
I'm just
want the
like,
headless dwarf to be your uncle?
Sure.
sure,
He's got
I
about
can
as much
also make
sense
this
as a
one.
headless dwarf.
either works.
That one should be his uncle.
Sure. That one I think was my
Where's he
uncle,
sitting?
yeah.
This is not actually Mama Lulu.
Look at this.
We
Friendship.
can make one of these
Oh, look at
Twilly.
this.
Nice.
No.
I feel
Look at
like
how
they
he
would
sits.
be sitting on the other side and we would sit on
Do
this
not
to
fart.
kind of have a conversation with them.
Listen here,
Instead
you
of
little turd.
this
Do not
distance.
fart on me.
I feel like Ace would be Arya and Willie.
Piss in his arm.
You know what? Here, you can have him.
Piss in his arm.
Why did the brother get moved? You saying your uncle's not as important as the
No, but
I'm pretty sure it's
she'd
about to
want
be
to sit by her
this
husband.
to this.
Willie's like if
It is very much about to turn into this side of the table versus
Yeah.
that side of the table.
Doug, you were in a very precarious location, and I want you to know that.
Be like, Ace would sit here.
Also, Eula
Like-
looks fine as heck in a full business suit. 10 out of 10. We rolled for it.
We're all in very nice ass business suits.
I don't care.
We're the mafia now. Are we
Um,
part of the mafia? Wait a minute.
What's this one?
Is the Mockingbirds the...
Aria.
The Mockingbirds is the
No.
Fey Mafia. We're part of the Fey Mafia.
The family.
We need Ace. Give the headless one for Ace. Headless dwarf can be Ace.
And then Mama.
Ooh,
Why is the dwarf headless?
Because the head keeps popping off.
There's Meadow.
You guys really just hate Gabe that much?
I really did not want to say Mama Ooh Woo.
Mama Ooh Woo. This
Mama
is not Mama Lulu. This is
That's Meadow.
Meadow, which is
Or actually, my bad. This is actually gonna be the neighbor
Outside.
right now.
They'd be like, yeah, that one
Frodo.
already has.
Meadow?
That's
Yeah.
Meadow. Which is.
So that one's Mama Lulu.
Yeah, that's Mama Lulu, because that's Meadow.
this is Meadow because this is the one that's got all the
Fuck it, this will be
fires.
Mama Lulu because it's short.
Fantastic. Do we like this setup?
So this is
That
this
was-
one's Arya. I set it up this way.
Sorry, because she's still in summer.
Yeah,
Meadow's making
Arya,
Fury.
Arya is
Doll.
pissed.
Doll, Mama Lulu, Twilly, Ace, Uncle
why is Arya
Ansel,
pissed off?
right?
Put Ansel near Lulu.
Because I
Okay,
fucked
so we're
up.
switching those around. So Doll's on this end then.
Well, if you want them next to the person they brought, then.
Then we gotta do this.
Yeah.
Do.
They don't have to all be, but it was specific that Twilly and Ace definitely are sitting near each other. And
They're
Ansel
they're
and-
sitting with the person they came with.
Yeah, that's how we just switched it.
Alright. I'm gonna need my binder for my notes against this. I must turn.
Fantastic.
There's 6 of them. That is enough.
Fantastic.
I could do it all at once.
Well, tell the truth.
No.
Let's split the
Suggestion. Yeah. I could.
Help us.
I'm not going to because that's gonna be bad.
Yeah, I really would.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Come on,
Hey.
Eula. Are you scared?
Terrified.
Does this start now or when I become king? Good to know. Good to know.
What do we
If you
got?
want more, you have to give more.
Yep, I know.
Let's flip to my arguments.
You're outside right now.
I walked back in with you.
You did?
Yes.
I thought you stayed with her.
No.
No,
Him. Alright.
he stayed out by himself. I walked in with you. Because he literally looked at both of us and said, you two need to go inside for the meeting that you guys set up.
And one of the brothers was with you, like Alatus, wasn't he?
So you guys.
Shadow Man.
So you guys have the argument over why they shouldn't follow Titania or Aya, and I have the argument over that just Kieran is the real problem, right?
Yeah, he's like our big problem
Karen
first.
or Kieran?
Yes.
I'll-
Both.
Karen is our problem right now, okay?
Carrie.
Who's Karen? Kieran.
I'm sorry, it's my accent. Feywild names are phonetically really weird. More Aramis racism.
Yeah.
You want to make him a racist character? Then
You already have the
I don't.
already. Are we ready?
I think we are.
So,
Can someone? Well, no, I can just have it before, right?
Yeah, anytime.
All right, come on, buddy. You can lick yourself somewhere off of me, because literally every time you've gotten on me, you've given yourself a bath.
But whenever he gets on you, something smells bad, so he thinks it's himself, so he cleans himself.
No.
He did not let go gently.
He did not go silently into the night.
He really did.
That was like earlier. Megan had picked him up to get him off of her and tried to put him down when he was literally fighting for his life, clawing on the bradley shark to stay up there.
Him's tiny, but he's still got claws.
Got to cover my
flip
titties.
over.
What?
Over where?
Underwear.
Caroline.
Get in wrecked. Hey, okay. It's a little bit too hard on my table. It's an expensive table.
I'm gonna punch
I ain't made of money.
The table wasn't even the expensive part. The trip was the expensive.
No, the table was like double the. I have it on for me.
I feel like we spent, if you put it all together,
What
what
are
we
you
spent on the
making?
trip, we
Pizza.
spent more on the trip.
Oh.
I did the calculations. It was an extra $200 for the trip, but it was $400 for the table.
So, I guess we'll start off with the people who are walking in. Make yourselves known.
Enter the first door. I'm in the foyer. Make sure I look good. Check the time. I don't have a watch. Why do I
Look,
do that?
it's imaginary watch.
Who does this? I don't have a watch. Alright. Are we ready?
Go to your fancy briefcase.
Oh, yes.
Oh, good. As long as you got all your notes in there and it's not empty, we're good. I don't want to know what she has in the briefcase.
You'll have to
I'm
talk,
sorry.
honey, because I can barely hear you. Speak with your outside voice.
No, we're inside.
No, you gotta speak with
Speak
your
up.
outside voice. Because your outside voice is everyone
She
else's
can't hear me.
inside voice.
Speak up, damn
My
it.
bad. My bad. I said, I don't want to know what she has in the briefcase. And she went, bzzz. I was like, that's bad. That's
Shall
bad.
we begin?
After you, or do I need to go announce you?
I didn't think you needed to announce me, but if you feel like you need to.
Yeah, that
Do you feel like you need to announce my
No, I think you go
presence?
to little cockier. You
Okay.
can go first.
I start walking over there.
To the
Right.
Into the dining hall.
I'm going to need you guys to set up my individual characters in a different way, which, now that I've said that, I will actually do it myself. They will be sitting here. Someone can half-ass remember that. I don't care.
I wonder if Dr. Pepper and Milk is in there.
No.
You sound like you spoke from experience.
There were some
That
fun
one.
youth games.
Oh wait, no. I picked the wrong individual. That's fine. So that one...
I didn't know soy sauce was something you brewed. You know, it seems like it'd be a fun dare.
Daring your friends to sit down and play D&D.
Daring your friends to drink a quart of soy
What's
sauce
doing?
raw.
That will not end well. She's making the mood.
Why are they get such weird spots in the room?
Pencil to Lulu. Bottle to Aria. There you go. Alright. When you walk in, they're standing like this.
Fantastic.
I walk in, do you follow me?
Yeah,
No.
like a couple of seconds behind her.
No.
I'll let her have her mood first.
Alright. I think that we've finished up anything that we need to finish up. I think that it's getting close to our meeting time. We can go ahead and get started, if anybody wants to. Or we can talk for a little bit more with pleasantries.
Did you guys hire an orchestra? What the fuck is that
No,
coming
this is
from?
just for- This is just for us.
Outside
It
Meadow,
seems
outside Meadow's like playing.
It seemed
No.
dramatic.
Actually, just Meadow, Ajax, Alatus, and Elaine just...
No, no, no. No, no,
Well,
no.
Alatus is with Scara, so it's not Alatus.
I
No, Alex just whips one out right there. Just
I used Major Illusion to give us some ambiance.
Do you?
Maybe we should.
Do you?
I feel like that would be
What do
inappropriate.
you have not received? Where the fuck is my messages? Beep, beep, beep,
I mean, I don't know about you, but my message spell is right here.
She's gonna kill you.
She's
And that'll be my turn.
Alright,
Did you say you're gonna shoot me? Did I just hear you're gonna shoot me in the dick?
so
Yeah.
I can help you
who
with
came
that.
in first, or did y'all just come in at the same time?
Eula. And
Eula
then
came in
Kai
first, then
followed
Kai.
like a few seconds after, and then Aramis is walking in.
I'll let Eula have her first moment in.
We need to set up this meeting space to be a little bit more private, with our assurances in mind.
Of course.
Does this involve using the mirror realm? Because my argument is going to require the use of magic. Purely to present evidence.
It's a variance of it. One that requires a bit more we'll say.
Will I be able to cast magic while I'm within it?
Yes.
That is all I need. Proceed.
Mostly because it takes quite a few. And you notice the three siblings actually start drawing something that looks different. It's not the mockingbird symbol you know. It's honestly almost like a first rendition of it. More details.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, it takes too long to draw that. That's why it doesn't get used anymore. They have a quick version now.
And then the second individuals that each of them brought begin drawing only 10 seconds after they start. And honestly, you see in individualized colors this image form literally in the air like they're drawing with light.
Nice.
Once everyone has finished out their things, each of them connect.
Are they all the same, or do each of them have like their own kind of style to it?
The second group that went, the people who are not, related to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So, Doll, Lulu, Ace. Theirs looks different from the first trio.
But do those three look the same as those three?
Mm-hmm. 3 of the symbols look the same. The other 3 symbols look the same.
No little flares.
I have a feeling.
Whenever they finish drawing, a simple braided light connects them all.
Maybe.
And then you watch as it starts to form like a crystal kind of thing. Spreads across the floor and starts making little triangular shapes as it kind of forms a dome over the room.
Looks towards the door, thinking, I wonder if Scare can get in this.
You picked the wrong time to be late.
This is an older version of the mirror realm. It's a bit more complicated and it takes a little bit more magic to hold it. But
I would assume.
by the payout, that means we can still use magic in here.
Works different.
And a few other things.
Except where you sit there.
Set the briefcase at the table.
I still have received nothing from you. Weird.
Gosh.
It's okay. Well, us three will leave the room. Y'all can talk for a second.
Be like, all the room is over there.
We'll go over here. Y'all can sit here and talk. She gave you a thumbs up. I don't know if you saw that. I don't know what that means, but she gave you a thumbs up.
You know what I mean. You don't need to know what I mean. It don't concern you.
Okay. Aramis, what are you doing? Where are you? Who are you talking to?
I mean, I will ask everyone pay attention to this, and because I'm going to ask for some details.
The light is going on and off rapidly.
Mm-hmm. Not from this.
Oh, okay.
From what you guys are doing.
Be like,
Okay.
could you not? That's,
I was very concerned for a second. I'm ready to do any kind
do
of
not
details.
like that.
So, what's y'all's individual responses once this occurs?
Well,
Question. Has Kai witnessed this before being, like, related to them, sort of, and in the, like, Mockingbird song longer than everyone else has? Or is this the first time for this kind of...
You know what this is.
Okay, so just curious
But
how...
you've never been in this.
you've heard of it in practice.
This isn't necessarily something that is used often because it requires a minimum of 6 to hold it for any period of time. One person can cast it.
So I'm like, this is a legendary item. God, incredible.
You're just sitting here thinking,
Some deep shit.
this is the meeting room.
Cool.
I've never been in the meeting room before.
Just take your kid to work day.
Kyla,
Except you're the one that they're having a meeting about.
Kyla just went,
I've usually been on missions when this was used. This is the adult room of the house, and this is my first time in it.
Anyway, alright, cool. That was my question. You can say
So, like, you recognize this is what they use if they are making, like, very important meetings that kind of affect the Mockingbird song going forward. You do also know this isn't exactly an easy spell to pull off because it requires so much magic. It needs 6 to hold it steady for an extended period of time. There aren't many people in the organization that even know about this spell, let alone can do it. Matter of fact, you knew about everyone in this except Lulu.
Lulu. Yeah, because even I didn't know.
Frickin' Lulu. I'm feeling the placement of them in the room is very important for this.
Yeah, I wrote it down.
For this spell.
they were diagonal of the person they brought.
It's mystery mouse tool for later.
I'm going to be seated in the chair, briefcase on the table in front of me.
They're gonna walk through the little symbols that they have put up
Okay.
and go to their seats.
Do you
So
want
the
them back at
symbols
their seats?
and the
Dolls right next
rating of light, because each of their lights are a different color,
to it. It's not it.
is going to stay up.
Oh yeah, this. The light is gonna stay up.
Nervous, where are you going?
The 6 individual lights will stay up.
Next to you.
Sorry, baby, you're not sitting next to me when you get here.
You gotta sit next to you. Well, this is gonna be fun.
Or you can sit next to
You can sit next to Erebus and we can just offset this so hard.
This will be about when Scarab makes it kind of to the doorway, I assume. Unless there's more you're doing that I haven't been informed of.
Do we see him at the door?
He opens the door.
And can come into the spell.
What you see is like a crystalline wall. You feel a handle.
Like a door.
It appears. Honestly, you're sitting there kind of feeling it, and as you're doing that, your hand catches on the handle that's
Just-
crystallizing.
Kind
Instead
of.
of push or pull door.
Yeah, it's just kind of like. There's a little like barely see which way it went.
Please do let it be a pull door. We just hear.
So I literally just said I kind of went like a. They kind of wiggled just to see which way it went, and it was gonna go.
It's the push door.
Nice.
It's fucking shit. We could have pulled.
You watch as the crystalline door handle dissipates as soon as you open it, and the shards just kind of flutter in the wind. That doesn't exist, actually. Not even sure what they're floating on. Honestly, it looks like they just flutter away to rejoin more of the wall. You close the door, and it seals back up like it was never there.
Wherever there's shadows, there's another person in the shadows because he doesn't like being seen. I currently don't know how to tell him to get out of the room.
I don't think he got in the room, did he?
I never specified this.
Did he?
He may or may not.
He's walking through the room, and you can catch him in the...
He's walking through the real room. I'm
Not
in this
the
little
mirror room.
mirror room.
Mhm.
Okay.
Just standing there.
Oh no. Just here, I guess.
This part will
Sorry.
kind of stress you out a bit, but there's honestly like a heavy curtain between you and your bonds. Still there. Still good. But you're in a different realm. Not necessarily what would be considered a realm you're supposed to be able to get in naturally.
Just reaching back. Gotta need that for this moment. Because I don't feel myself at all.
Chill.
Looks over at Mama and just kind of pours a little wet medicine to her. She goes and did one for Arya too while I'm at it.
Serve the rest of the table. Damn. Don't pick favorites here.
Eula's just kind of like,
I don't serve you three. You three do.
Fuck you too.
in her head, she's like, yeah, we gotta hurry up to this meeting.
I mean, you can have your meetings, Karen. She's making sure we're all.
No, it's more of just a funny thing for you.
So in like the first couple seconds, we just watch him go the first one, and then he goes the second. We're like, so he goes, and then we can start as he's going.
Well, I didn't know this was part of the plan.
You should always know liquor is part of Scare's plan.
Where'd you even get liquor?
Perhaps if we can come to an agreement, we'll drink this together after. At this point.
Fantastic. We've opened up the wine from the winery. We're bringing it back.
Just good thing there's more.
Briefcase opens up. Do you want to know what's inside the brief?
I am.
There is a singular note card just in the middle of the
You guys
briefcase.
turn so you guys
An
can't see.
entire briefcase. I have it to where like just Kai can see it. There's just one note card right in the center with writing on it.
Like the inside is like satin.
If you give me a minute, I have a briefcase that we can make this aesthetic very good. I can
We
empty
should
it
do that. We
quickly.
should do that real quick.
So, now that we're all here and finally settled down, I suppose it's about time to get this started?
Should we
Now that the
sit
drinks are
next to
served
our
and all.
people? Should IRL we sit next to the people we're sitting next to?
No, because I don't want to move my stuff.
As much as I would love to make a joke about drinks or something, I feel like now is not the best.
We also cannot all four comfortably sit on one side of the table.
No, I was talking like we split it right here. So it'd be Aramis and it'd be Bradley and Elliot while it was me and you on one side of the table.
I don't feel as if that's necessary.
Hey, we gotta wow the DM, remember? That was the rules from 4 weeks ago. Wow me.
Impress me.
Seduce me.
Are you impressed with my singular note card? In the middle of my briefcase?
I'm definitely impressed with the audacity.
I can't.
It's already set. You just kick it open. Does it say zeros?
Oh, that's so much better. Alright.
Don't ask why I have a briefcase.
Revert the statement. We're going to go right back to Scare. Finish pouring all the glasses.
Yes, we want to have this in character. I would be over there, but I'll just do my
Personally, we don't
moments from
drink
here.
as an organization, we'll say, until after we come to an agreement or an arrangement. Oddly enough. You can drink as you please.
Yes, we'll share some of that wine that we brought back from the winery.
You guys go ahead. Wine doesn't really agree with me.
You don't have an oil?
You'd think so, but it's a bit too.
Looks over to you.
metallic
You'll,
for my taste.
So,
Looks at Kai.
you were the one who asked. You were the one who asked me about this. Present what you have.
Yola?
And you just see this one not saying anything, and he's just like,
What is it?
We
Ace?
can't see it over this side.
Ansel.
Ansel. Okay.
he's not saying anything. Matter of fact, he's not even super jovial. He's
The reason that we have asked for this meeting is to request the aid of the Mockingbird organization in the coming conflict to overthrow the Queen of the Feywild.
And the rightful king?
We have, through our travels and connections, have found many troubling scenarios and events that has resulted in the trustworthiness of these individuals being brought into high levels of question, as well as their ability and competence to run this realm safely for the individuals inside of it. Kind of looks to the left and to the right to see if y'all have anything to add.
No, Aramis is keeping his mouth shut because he's wanted to go so many times. The words you're looking for is blank. But this is not the time. Now is not the time to use that.
You hear Professor Oaks in your ears. Now
So
is
you're
not the
wanting to overthrow the queen because you have deemed her unfit to rule. That's a rather hefty argument
time. I know, it
against
is.
the queen who's ruled 8,000 years, give or take, in a thriving realm.
A thriving realm, but a tortured one too.
You know you'll have to bring up a lot of evidence to support that claim.
I believe that me and my friends here have gathered significant, or else the idea would have not crossed my mind to do it.
Mm-hmm. And first and foremost is this meeting in particular. We wouldn't be here in an organization to hide from Titonia if you didn't agree with Titonia.
See a bit of a wry smile just on your uncle's face. He looks very similar to when he lost a lot of people in a particular mission. Grim. Like he's weighing the cost of souls for the outcome of the future that no one sees yet.
The basics of this boils down to there is a war that has been going on and will continue to go on between Titania and her sister, Aya. Her sister, as I'm sure y'all are aware, resides beyond the Prison of Thorns and rules over many there. As a party, we have not fully decided if, just because Titania is unable to rule, if Aya is also equally unfit. And that will take some further study into her court and her actions as a ruler. Personally, I don't think, or I don't know, if either are fit, and I am leaning towards that conclusion.
Queen Aya does not want the crown.
At least not.
She just wants it taken away from Titania.
So then where's the proof that she doesn't want it to fall into her head?
Was that what Ansel?
Can I change the card? You are right. Let's set it up more central.
Put it here so everybody can see it.
Too bad she told me it was permissible evidence in court.
Just
That was out of character. Aramis is dead silent. Called upon.
Not that the camera can see.
Just need some.
Right to with a
We're making it
marker.
darker.
I think I actually have a solution for that.
Ansel, would you trust me?
focus it
Keep it
again.
kind of lower so that you can still see the table.
Because we like the minis, so scoot it back.
And can you angle it down?
You should be able to angle it where you can see just her head.
Also, it doesn't really.
This is the table setup.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it to where you can't see my face and just see the card.
Oh, is that what we're wanting to go with?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that? Your ears
You
are so
can't see
cute.
anything except for the recorder.
Oh, okay. Then
Yes,
back
it
it
doesn't
out.
matter.
So point,
Nice.
point the camera towards the table, move the recorder, and put who's speaking right here.
Yeah, that's. See, this
Yeah,
is
just-
why you're the wizard.
Just take the Ansel, put the Ansel there.
Yeah, on what? What are we
Just
putting
on
it on?
Set it
the
down.
table.
Oh,
Yeah,
on the
and
table?
then
On
when
the
Megan's
table.
changing, she can just change it.
Okay.
It doesn't even say Ansel. They can't see the center. That was more for us instead of them.
You can kind of see it.
If you can read backwards, you can read it.
Alright.
Continue.
Ansel, would you trust me if I showed you something?
Depends on what you're willing to show me.
You have to be written backwards.
Yeah, it's mirrored.
I would
I'm
need to
considering
connect
the
our
lives.
blood.
I'm considering the lives of a lot of people right now.
I'm needing to connect our blood.
Answer more questions and then we'll concede to that. How does that sound?
I'm gonna reach into my pocket and pull out all of my forms of names and stuff of like tortured people, and I'm gonna walk around and just hand it to him first for him to have it, and be like, that will come up later. Just I wanted you to have it.
Here's another thing that you guys haven't exactly answered for me yet. What makes you think that the current situation cannot remain? It's not perfect, but it's currently functional. Who's to say that the balance would actually topple because of this war you fear? Argue that.
Honestly, the war can go fuck all. The war isn't what is bringing us to this conclusion.
And then what is? You've only mentioned a war.
The war is where we find ourselves, but the whole point is for AS Court, all that is valued is strength, which then results in only a minority taking control of everything from the majority. And it leaves weak people who are unable to defend themselves to be worthless and left out. Titania lies and betrays even her own kin, as well as continues to sacrifice people just to maintain an order. And if people must die weekly, daily, monthly, yearly, it does not matter. But if people must die, then an order is not perfect.
Fantastic. That one's there for
That one
us.
can be for us.
People die. That's not something you're going to be able to ever argue that you can prevent.
You can prevent the amount of them that are dying.
You can prevent them from being forcefully sent into the prison of thorns.
And you have proof that they're being forcefully? At this point, all you're saying is pretty words.
Forceful is and
Who's to say
has
they're not
had
prisoners?
multiple decisions, but orders to research an area is still being forced if you are part of an organization, whether you know you're being forced to or not. And I do believe that this would actually be best described and explained by Skara.
There's a branch of my army that is completely dedicated to researching the Prison of Thorns. It is honestly the second most, or that branch of the army has the second most deaths in it, lined up with the front liners, which belongs to me. That is because almost everyone who gets sent into the prison to research does not come back.
Do any of them come back?
There's a few, but it's only the ones that are lucky enough to get sent in nowhere near the time for the snow to fall. Some get sent in there to research how long they can last in the snow, knowing that no one lasts in the snow.
You've supported this army your entire life. Why now?
I've learned a lot in the past month about Titania. And I
Enough to betray your queen?
removed myself from this area for 15 years now to realize that the life I lived and thought that it was good was not good for anyone. Titania willingly let me, her second-in-command general, be poisoned by her husband constantly and did nothing to stop him.
Do you know her motives?
Just that she wouldn't get involved in matters that were not hers.
So is that the grounds for this?
The grounds for overrunning Titania are not just because she sends people to their death, basically. Because if you're signing up for an army, you know that death is a possibility. One thing I have become recently, as of a few minutes ago, scared of is that that branch of her army might possibly be her source of sacrifices for the Feywild to stay trusting of her magic-wise. Because the Feywild demands sacrifices for the magic to work for you. And I'm scared that might be her source of sacrificing. Is sending people into the prison to die and be sacrificed. And I will tell you, I have no grounds for that. This is a complete assumption.
She no longer rules for the good of the people. She only rules and does actions so that she can please Corellian Larinthian. Okay, but how are they gonna know? Do you want me to? I can do that.
No.
Give me just 1 second because I am trying to formulate an argument and I need something in my book.
No, I'm doing this like I'm trying to do this like under the table
I know.
when I tell you to. When it's my turn to present evidence.
Because someone else is actually going to take this. I think that's correct.
Fantastic.
Did I get it?
Yep.
Still practice. Sorry, I practiced for a really long time once upon a time in my life. Don't ask why, I don't know why. I don't have a reason why. It was just a weird skill I thought I might need one day.
And you're right, you did.
But after specifically your spiel, where you argued that you believe that that race is specifically, like, designed to be sacrifices, this individual will decide to speak out. You're a lot more out of the loop than I think even you realize. It's not what that branch is for. She actually does need research on that. The Wild Hunt, however. You ever wonder why many villages out near the edge of the Prison of Thorns never lasts? Have you ever actually investigated villages disappearing? Prince?
I was never allowed to investigate the disappearances of my villages.
No. Because you're not the one I've seen out there. That pitiful advisor your mother, your queen, has. How much do you really know about Puck? Do you know why he actually left?
Other than the fact that he taught me how to read, I don't know anything about Puck.
You haven't seen him in a long time either.
I'm not.
I have. In the wastelands, at least. We were actually investigating, me and Ansel once. The village had been completely massacred by the Wild Hunt. Bogarts and things of that nature. Just a peaceful little farming village out the outskirts of the Prison of Thorns. They had been nomadic for a time, till they had found a decent amount of soil that they could actually grow some grain out of course. Occasionally we would trade with them, trying to get their village to actually settle down and stay, since there's like no settlements out that way. Some people became friends. Others. Then one day, just because of an order, the Wild Hunt decimated every last little ramshack cabin that was out there. Burned it to the ground. Fire and blood. It's all that stained that land. Even now it still doesn't grow. Your dear friend Puck, was it? He was actually on a vacation of sorts, trying to visit one of his friends. He'd gone. He left the village for an afternoon with a couple of his friends from the village. Never even really got a name. It hadn't even been fully functioning. It was more than just a campsite, and not but a few months by the time it got burned to the ground. Your little organization in the army isn't sacrifices.
It's the people.
Little no-name villages that never are given enough time to actually set up are. Puck's not loyal to the queen. Puck runs around in the wastelands doing what he does best. Staying under the radar. For anyone.
So you prove our point for us. We may not have had as much evidence on that part, but it looks like you have, and you have a similar argument. It doesn't seem like our reasons don't align.
You're right.
So it sounds to me is that she can't control her two men that are closest to her.
Her consort at best. She's not exactly given details about who she sacrifices. But who do you think makes up the mockingbirds? Who do you think's been preventing more villagers from being ransacked? We either offer them protection within the organization or a way to get out, considering their lives aren't necessarily worth anything.
That's the kind of people I want to see. People who don't matter. The people who tend to run to the wastelands. The people like I was, who couldn't defend themselves against a god.
People get bitter, and people get angry, but ultimately people don't feel like they can do anything. And people who feel like they can't do anything then inevitably won't do anything when they need to. It's one of the reasons why a coup hasn't exactly been something we've obtained thus far. Her mother has effectively destroyed the hope of the people. As long as they could survive, this is as good as it'll ever get.
What people did you say this is Denver asking?
The citizens.
Oh.
Denizens.
All denizens of the Feywild
Denizens,
have no
okay.
hope in the royals, basically.
Okay, got it. I was thinking that you were saying a specific race. My bad.
No, like all denizens of the Feywild basically have no respect for the royals because they think they don't care about them.
They don't.
Except for one.
I think there's more than just one, but like the main
Yeah.
two that we're arguing about, you know.
Yeah.
It seems like you all have enough evidence to start something on your own. So my biggest question, why haven't you yet? Is it because they're of the size that you would face up against?
The people. We can help maintain their lives, but actually going up against an army. A coup. How many people do you think would die?
Thousands.
They're trying to protect the people, and the way to protect the people is not have them fight.
The problem here now is there's going to be a fight, whether we want one or not.
Which hasn't been the case until, at least presently.
We can't
Fight hasn't
have
necessarily been taken to the denizens regularly.
we can't have
because they don't know
innocent
about it.
denizens fighting in this war. Especially against well-trained armies on both sides.
You see Eula with the card? It goes. She pulls out another card from behind it. Sets it in front.
You're also forgetting the fact
They're just
that
laid on top of each other perfectly.
there are still people that do support
I have
Tataka's
two
rule.
pieces of paper.
Lizithia, why do you really think they broke up? She wholeheartedly has faith that her queen cares.
But it does not.
They've seen different aspects. It's hard to convince a people that their queen is corrupt when half of them are absolutely bathing in the light she bears, and the other half are cursing at the burns.
Puck wasn't sent by my mom to get the people to help with the missing children out of the Feywild.
You're right. Huck actually came. He has a bit more faith in some individuals. That or he's just crazy. Honestly. He's not exactly within the organization, but he is an ally. We keep tabs. He understands what we're doing, though he's more on the idea that we should have stormed within the palace, burned it down to the ground eons ago.
It'd be fun to see it happen again.
He's brilliant. He's a spy master, but he's angry.
Yes, he is.
And anger makes mistakes. So we keep tabs on him to make sure he's safe, especially being so close, at least, to Queen's Gates. That's why he's not in this organization as is. He does partially what he wants and partially what he thinks is going to be beneficial. He's even made it to Aya, did you call it?
Yes.
I tease. He's ill-aligned, to say the least. Mostly because everyone that he sees as a potential contender against the horrors he's bared witness to don't move fast enough for him. Good heart, but driven by anger.
Maybe that's why half the things that Titania did not want him teaching me, he taught me anyway.
If he could figure out something to do with his anger, he would be invaluable to whoever he aligns himself with. But he's angry and he likes to pick more fights, and we have resources to spare.
Sounds like if he could be reined in, he could be an invaluable asset.
Lucky for you, we have someone with a silver tongue on our side.
Silver tongue like Eula is not gonna get Puck.
She got the Gluggulin to be on our side. I wouldn't underestimate her.
I can talk
Anyways,
to him if that's
how
something
would
you
you
wish to
plan
do.
on making your argument to the people who believe in Titania, in the Sealy Court? There are good people within the court who do try their best to protect their own.
I know.
But
This is the part where we're off from the pizza party. None of you laughed. Fuck you guys.
I didn't hear what you said, man.
I'm smiling over here, but I'm
Outside.
staying in character.
Outside voice, my dude. I didn't even hear what you said.
I said, is this the part where we offer them a pizza party?
We'll pay for it with our own money. Everyone gets a slice this big.
Alright, everybody. Office pizza party. Yay.
Sorry, my bad. Continue. There was a serious moment, but I needed funny little laugh.
I know there's good people within that court. Whether they be the best, no. I mean, I don't know if anybody can say Nayer is the nicest person, but he's not horrible.
he's also not actively trying to hurt people.
He's not. And he takes care of his people, his denizens. He makes
But
sure
that's
they
the
have
problem.
what they need.
That's the problem, isn't it? The realm that has been designed by Titania, all the people she put into high power are good people.
I don't
And
think
they're supporting her cause.
all of them are.
Well, one of the best
Most
ways.
of them are, oddly enough.
One of the
Most
best.
of them are also absolutely terrible. Like drunkards.
I think I have one in mind. But besides that,
There's
You-
also some of them that also agree that what she's doing is not the best.
Maybe.
One being Dave.
But she's painted a pretty little picture. That means her denizens support her. Because her reach is through her court. And her court's made of good people that are supporting her. And her motives, well, they're not exactly glittering like gold, are they?
They're not.
So what kind of situation do you think that leaves us in? We've got some people who are so irrationally angry with the current system that they're practically useless because they can't even control it. And we've got some people who are so blinded by the beauty of the court that they wholeheartedly support it.
Yes, people on the other side of that and Aya's court that do not follow Aya.
You see the complications of court life?
The biggest problem that we face is communication, and truthful communication at that.
You can paint a pretty picture on a pile of shit, but if you bring it close enough, it can't cover up the smell.
The biggest problem we face is Kieran. We can deal with the court.
Braun.
Is it my turn?
We need to get...
We're getting
Jump in at any point.
You can, but
No, aside from one or two's snarky remarks, I will refuse to comment until it is my turn to present evidence to this court.
We can deal with problems within a court. Our biggest problem right now is Kieran and Oberon.
They are very high up there. But I think what we're talking about is how to convince people that other people believe in to tell them that what is happening isn't what is truly happening. We need to inform the people of the court that what is going on right now.
What we're asking about is the aftermath. I'm sure that there's plenty of evidence to support that a coup needs to happen. But who
What they're
is
What?
left to pick up the pieces?
what they're trying to deal with, Eula,
Is how will the people react afterwards? How
Yes.
will the world continue then?
is
Yes. So Kieran is to be taken care of during this, if not before. So Kieran does not fall into the equation in aftermath.
he needs to be taken care of before him and Oberon. Because what happened is both queens let both of them run around doing what they want, and they've caused a lot of harm. And my bet, being as I just had to protect Persephone's little shrine from him, since they're trying to collect power from gods, are likely trying to get that. Use the war as a distraction and take over whoever is weak enough after.
Do you require
And
the
that
evidence
is
yet?
not something
Clever
we
little
need.
stone child.
I had this epiphany like 20 minutes ago.
I had this epiphany a long time ago.
Listen, I'm stupid!
This is where I was trying to get to.
Thank you for letting me bring it up.
Yes. I think Kieran is going to try and use this war. Don't worry, baby. I've been trying to get there too.
Okay.
I think Kieran is trying to use this war as a way for him to take over power while everyone else is distracted.
I had this whole speech prepared. You guys went and started talking to him without me.
I'm sorry.
Jump in at any point.
You
I
can
am
talk
waiting.
about how shitty they are.
Wait.
Don't wait, just bring it up.
I thought we were doing this in turns.
No,
we have
we've all
not
been
been.
just talking.
Okay, I'm
Alright.
going to abruptly. I'm going to slam my hands on the table, abruptly stand up, and be like, "Excuse me, I need to go retrieve something." Morton's mansion is right in the middle of the room. I'll be right back.
I thought you put it all in a bag.
No.
No.
It would not all fit in a bag. I got 2 bags of holding and he has 1, but it still wouldn't fit in all 3 of those.
How the fuck did we get it out of the place? I'm pretty sure he did.
In the
put it
meantime,
in a bag.
He put
please
it in
enjoy
the
this
mansion.
elevator
Oh, in the
music.
mansion.
He put it in the bag and then put it
We
into
don't
the
have to
mansion.
have
Oh, that's
elevator
right,
music.
fuck
I know.
We can talk.
That was a joke.
Just
While he's going,
Yes.
I'm just going to go back specifically to this one.
Ooh, she ain't talked yet.
There has to be a plan in place, or at least some understanding of what's going to happen when the dust settles on the battlefield. Who's going to make the sunrise and set for everybody who is not involved? How are they going to get fed? How are they going to be cared for? How is life going to go on for the people who don't choose to be involved in this?
Sorry, you never interrupt Mama.
These people will need to still have a ruler. I believe you all describe that as have decided that that is important. But a ruler who cares for the people and does not concern themselves with their own problems, puts the people first. One does not rule for themselves, one should rule for the people they are over. And though the people that are up there are not currently delivering upon this, they have at least produced someone who has the ability to.
I'm sorry. I smiled, scares not. My bad. He's just like...
About how long would you say it takes an herbalist to get all this crap in here?
Like
if you're actively carrying stacks of it and dropping it, like 20 minutes.
Like
I feel like you have the 100 servants, don't you?
I've had it prepared to go.
They have a lot.
I had it prepared
Then
beforehand,
10
but
minutes.
okay.
Alright.
There's
Here's a
that
lot.
one. There's that one. Like
Well,
I'm standing
it's
in
just the one where you were like specifically asking for the piles of things that you think are most gruesome, and then I fucking bombarded you with. So what do you think is gruesome? Having your wings literally shredded, or like
I'm just
your
gonna
eyes
poke my
popped?
head out the door. I must inform you, viewer discretion is advised. The evidence I'm about to present is unsavory. And I'm just gonna lean in. I'm just gonna lean in the room. I'm just gonna lean in the portal. You can hear out. Bring out the board. Okay, thank you. And I just pull a very long wheel chalkboard in that has all of the notes on it. Say, all right, lean
minus
it
the ones we
against
put
that
in our
wall.
pockets.
Good. I'll be back. I need more evidence. I keep going. And I'm going to bring out all the books, too. Well, most of them. The relevant ones.
You guys have been digging?
Yes. I would propose a motion to have Scara lead the people afterwards, as well as a trusted body of advisors that he and the people would decide upon to determine what needs to be done, who needs to deliver what food where, who produces the food.
I've also already made a deal with the Feywild.
In order to do what?
For help. And for its acceptance of me to be the ruler when all of this is done.
In exchange for what?
Allowing it to have more rain. Not where it injures anyone, or could possibly put anybody in danger. But in exchange, it's going to help keep the prison from growing as fast as it is. Currently, it's said that if Titania stays in rain, it's not going to be long before this whole place is turned back to the primal wilds and the prison takes over.
Then there won't be any small villages left to protect.
But in exchange for me to be king with the lying factors of it can have more potent magic areas, so its magic is not so contained.
So
But those magic areas must be known, and they cannot stay in one place. For our migratory people, it agreed that the potent areas will migrate around, and that it will be known where it's going to be located, so none of our denizens will be hurt. It will not send it to a big city It will stay in very low used areas and will be known that it is going to be there.
So, you've taken a path similar to Titania, making deals with magic that keeps this place alive in order to support why you should rule. The only difference is you give up omnipotence in exchange for limiting her past mistakes that cannot be undone. But you realize you'd be putting this entire place at risk for turning back into Pennywise. Wild magic and potent magic is exactly how this place thrived. This place would become even more wild after some time. Everything here would become stronger. More in tune with dealing with an excess amount of magic.
Yes. There are risks. And the deal can be remade.
Is that all of the details of the deal? Seems like it's awfully one-sided.
It's not. But the other part of the deal is something I will take on myself. I will not make other people be involved in the other part of the deal.
While I'm in the mansion, I would like to gather the cursed mages. And I would like to use creation. I would like to cast creation to create a lead-lined box with a large, thick glass window on the front and a pair of sealed, do you know what like a container that people use to sand stuff looks like? Where it's got the big gloves on the inside? I want to add those too.
Right.
And I was wondering if you would allow me to creatively interpret protection from evil and good as being able to cast it on this box so that it allows outside users to observe the cursed material within without suffering the negative side effects.
I want to catch the diseases where it grows.
I would honestly permit that.
It's pretty
Alright.
cool.
That's everything else is out. I'm going to bring that with me, and I'm going to set it on the table. So, there's been a distinct lack of physical. Shit, I was really hoping to go for something formal and precise, but I stutter a lot.
It's cool. You got this.
I've noticed there's been a distinct lack of raw physical evidence during this discussion, so I'm going to attempt to alleviate that. Set that on the ground. Major illusion. The room is now in the shape of Kieran's workshop, minus the gory bits. And in the middle, there is a lifelike, full-size, illusory duplicate of Jerome Kieran in the last one that I saw him. So, Queen Titania is a compulsive liar and has a tendency to betray both her family and her friends. Queen Aya is an exceptionally depressed individual who wants nothing more than to throw the crown into a ravine. Their war is little more than an attempt for Aya to get Queen Titania to stop. Honestly, I don't have a good way to put this, to stop doing dumb shit. Right? Same.
An official court, guys!
I know this is an official court, but I could not... I know this is an official court, but I could not think of good words off the top of my head because, honestly, they're the talkers, and I'm the something else.
Go for it. Continue.
You're doing fantastic.
You're doing great.
This is not my specialty. They're the ones who are good at...
In the middle of this, I kind of just lean over and pat him. You're doing fantastic. Guidance.
This is not my specialty. Speaking
Expertise,
eloquently to a large number of people is not what I'm good at. Studying is what I'm good at. Applying logic is what I'm good at. And so, this is what I'm going to do. This is an illusory representation of Jerome Kieran, my adoptive father. Jerome Kieran is a compulsive sociopath, has a sadistic streak a mile wide, and is currently what we believe to be the real issue. Jerome Kieran was formerly what we presume to be a mortal man. However, he has currently shed his mortality in favor of Lichton. How he has achieved this process, we are not entirely sure, but these notes were recovered from one of his multiple residences, which dictate his research process. He has to date tested upon how many different species were there on that table?
All of them.
All of them.
Yeah, how many is that?
Sounds
That's a
like-
very good question. I don't actually know off the top of my head.
A lot. Just say all of the species.
Every known species.
Every known species.
it's experimental.
Every known species across every plane of existence. That is quite a substantial claim to make. However, I believe the evidence speaks for itself. This crate contains multiple reports that he written that have since been cursed with adverse effects, the likes of which are not pleasant. I have safeguarded them within this container that allows them to be viewed without the negative side effects. And if any of you know identify, you are more than free to identify them. Eula, will you do me a favor?
Yes, darling.
I'm going to stand over here, like away from everyone else. Cast Zone of Truth on me.
I cast Zone of Truth.
Is
Move
there
your character?
Do what?
Move.
You can choose to succeed it.
I know, but I don't want everyone else to have to.
There's
I don't
choice
want
to
everyone
fail.
else to have to go through that.
Choose to fail it.
Choose to fail it, sorry.
Yep.
You're gonna have to go farther than that, buddy.
Can he go
That-
far enough away for it to just be on him, or
Are you guys going to fail? Are you guys choosing to fail or not?
I can do it right there, and it'll just be on him.
works for us?
I'll do that if that's what he wants. I was gonna put it on everybody because I can put it on everyone.
I don't have anything to swear on, so I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me by the gods.
Fantastic.
Slight chuckle at that statement.
Do you got something better other than promising to the weave itself? Because I'm pretty sure if I do that, my atomic structure gets dismantled.
Well, you could break it.
All right. I promise by the power of this Feywild and the weave that intertwines it, that for the period that exists, for the period that subsumes until the end of this discussion, that I am telling the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me the gods and the magic weave.
Eula is holding everything back right now from the bullshit you just fucking pulled.
He did
You watch
present.
as a symbol appears on your arm.
He made a promise.
Across the fate
Wrong
to the
here.
magical weave.
It
Drum.
actually looks like the symbol they use to make the ring.
Jerome Kieran has tortured innumerable beings to death, has nearly tortured her to death, and is complicit in his poisoning. Jerome Kieran's lichdom is not possible without
You see Eula hold up her hand. To death. Multiple times.
Jerome Kieran's lichdom is physically and magically impossible without literal divine intervention. I have not had an extensive length of time to study the process by which he has achieved this lichdom. However, these materials, and I point to the books that I have gathered, have all been were all found within his last known residence. Each one of them, the entire volume, entails a large number of different magical schools and magical forces. Everything from the Feywild to the elemental planes to the Shadowfell to heaven and hell. And he has studied each and every one of them in extreme detail in order to find a way to achieve longevity. And so far, the only way that we have found him to be successful is by stealing divinity from other beings. This complies with the evidence that Kai has presented, where he's currently had to defend the divinity of his patron deity's wife.
his deity's bitch.
If nothing else, his motives don't align with our organization's either, because while I was on the mission for you, predating me joining this party, the time that I didn't make up for, that I couldn't recall, there are notes. And I present the notes that are in my pocket.
We
Where you
believe
had me trying to find connections to my god.
we believe
Which
that Jerome
disrupted our
Kieran is working in concert with Oberon. That Oberon is lending him divine essence in order to achieve further immortality.
He is. If you have ability to get into my
see that.
memories, I can show you. Ah, shit.
It's
You
fine.
can.
Arya
wo-
and Twilly both say it. Oh no!
These experiments have conducted.
Fuck it, we don't need an army. You just
I really
told
said,
them.
Mama, he
These
cannot be.
experiments have been conducted across the course of hundreds, if not thousands of years, and if left unchecked, he will do anything to anyone in order to achieve power and eternal life. He has no conscience, he has no remorse, he has no sense of guilt,
Who's getting
and he is
the rest of the
exceptionally
game?
powerful.
Well, from the sounds of it, he's already almost got it.
That's the problem, and why we need your help.
So here's the other issue. You've made a bit of a discussion on what you would plan to do after this war, but now I'm a bit perplexed. Why fight the war? If Kieran is apparently a real target, what actually do you need help with? Fighting the war, or fighting Kieran?
As I
Or
understand.
fighting the war while you fight Kieran?
As I understand it, our intention is not to fight the war, but rather to prevent it. However, if we do have to fight this war, we wish to fight this war on our own side and to end it as quickly and effectively as possible.
Hence the coup. We didn't want the war to begin with, we just want them out of power.
I don't want the war to occur because currently Titania recently decided to increase the pay of the army to get random citizens who just needed a little bit more money to fight on her side.
There is a random citizen outside this door that is attending to grapes. And so help me God, so help me by all the gods, I would move this entire reality to prevent that one from having to fight in this war.
That is the cutest thing. Eula and Kai just try to hold him back.
My son just said he had a girlfriend. Of course, Mama Eula's gonna be like, ah. She gotta keep it calm right now. You did good. You did good for your son.
She is a perfect representation of the average people in this conflict. The people that we seek to protect and to keep from having to have any say in this. This is a millennia-long feud between two sisters. One who is inept at their rule, and the other who never wanted in the first place. Everyone who attempts to join this war on either side that is not a professional soldier is a farmer or an artisan. A good person, a bad person, somewhere in between. They're not a warrior and they have no stake in what is essentially a family feud.
The biggest thing is if all those people are needing extra money and they're going to join the war that is supposed to happen, we don't have much time left and they will all die. We want to prevent that.
Something tells me that when war happens in the Feywild, it doesn't happen halfway.
Not at all.
Alright, so then, whose side do you support? What is the goal? What's your timeline of events that you have to pursue?
Our timeline is 14 days from now.
15.
15.
Say at the same time.
They keep better track of the time than I do.
The goal is that after we leave here, no matter how this conference ends, is the following of a lead to the material plane to hunt and end Jerome
And Oberon.
It is also planned that during that time, defenses are to be built up within this area that can mainly be used defensively, but then eventually offensively, as they have already begun. As I'm sure that some of y'all have seen, this is probably the number one place within the first time ever in the Feywild's history that there's a defensible position from a god within the god's own territory.
We can take you outside to show you the flowers fighting.
The magic is also promising to keep a barrier of Titania's magic away from here.
I do not plan to send innocent farmers and ace masonry out to die in the fields on a battle. I have already begun the construction and the recruitment of former machines of war and great destruction. Not in a hope to use them, but in the necessity that they are needed.
If given enough time, you own more land, we could make a safe place for others if they need it. Or do you disagree?
This is very much under my train of thought and was exactly where I was planning.
Sorry, I jumped onto it. My bad.
You're
Take your
fine.
mojo.
So here's the question. You guys plan to try to prevent this war from happening and defeat the Slitch?
They focus on preventing the war, while I, along with some help, am focusing on being ready in case the war happens.
So then
While
who's
it would be
gonna
good
flip?
to prevent them, it is also worse to not be ready for it, if it was to come. And it is quite hard to kill a god, or change one's mind, as I have first-hand experience with such matters.
But we do have better things on our side, because what they didn't realize they had done is they had been working on giving us a god of our own. Sort of.
We need to distribute information, the truth, to the people. Titania does not do this in any shape, form, or fashion. If this war was to go to plan, or not to plan, no matter the outcome, she would reset everyone's mind within it to be believed that it is correct. And I am walking proof that she can do it.
And so is Scara.
Unfortunately, I don't know how much y'all know this, how many of you know this. I am much older than what I look, at least soul-wise.
Excellent skincare routine.
I fought alongside Titania and Aya in the war to take back the Primal Wilds.
We did switch it fast.
You're suggesting something that occurred 8,000 years without claiming to be a god.
It's funny what you can do when a god curses you.
And you have proof?
Do you wish to step inside my mind? Or we can see if my friend's done cooking.
Eula's former name is Eulila. She's been cursed by Queen Titania of the Feywild to reincarnate endlessly. Again and again.
Here's some of my reincarnations that I pull out the notes of Kieran's studies on me.
And the illusion changes to be a veritable army of Eula's previous incarnations.
Fantastic. Your request to speak.
Get ready for the whole blood connection. I can just show it all to you.
We're getting close.
I'm going to walk
So,
into the mansion real quick.
what are your current goals? You want to prevent this war. You want to kill Kieran and Oberon. and you want to instill a new leader in this. What happens if any one of these things go wrong? At least one of them, the thing with Kieran and Oberon, you guys are making it sound like you have no choice but to ensure that it does come to fruition. How do you guarantee that?
Karen has sacrificed a lot of the denizens of multiple realms
Kieran may be
to get where he wants to be. We have a weapon. It's a very disturbing weapon, but we have one
forged by a god.
that is meant to destroy his phylacteries.
And it has worked. It has been tested.
While Kieran may be an exceptionally powerful individual and a lich with numerous phylacteries,
He is now pissed off an even more exceptionally powerful individual by trying to touch his wife. Yes, I know what words I used. I meant it that way.
Am I wrong?
So, for that particular issue, are you just wanting there to be a guarantee you have backup should that not go quite to plan?
For Kieran, I fear that even if we can get his phylacteries down, he's still a more powerful wizard than what we could probably handle in the moment. We handled him once. Barely.
More than barely. If he hadn't had all his phylacteries, we would have had him.
he's the one who taught me.
But if this time we had to fight him and Oberon, we will need help with that battle.
Maybe some backup. I could totally take Oberon. He's a little twat. No,
think
that
you
was a little
absolutely-
whispered, but Mom probably definitely heard me.
I think you could absolutely take Kieran, because what a lot of people don't realize is that, lich or not, most wizards have one supreme vulnerability: getting hit in the face with somebody's mace.
That's right.
Right now,
It's a good thing I have two.
what we really need from y'all is help with collecting information here of what Titania is doing.
Okay. So that's the role you're wanting.
I can only get so much out of Dave without him feeling like he's going to be in danger. And I'm not going to ask him to do too much, because he is.
That is another thing that we must discuss. What about those? What about the old court? What happens to them?
I've actually already talked to Dave about it. He agreed on me joking, saying he would just take a small vacation for a little bit. He doesn't want all of his duties taken away. But he's not against stepping down from the court.
Why not impose a meritocracy? If you can kick it, then congratulations, you still have a place. But if all you're doing is getting drunk and abusing your power, then why do we need you here? Fun conversation.
I also... There's no full proof to it. But I feel like if the court knew everything Titania had been keeping from them, I don't think their faith in her would be taken away, but they may at least be more willing to listen. Because she does keep her court in the shadows as well. Because currently Veranestra does not know what's going on. Yes, she is the princess of the Feywild, but she's also a part of the court. And should be a part of the court decisions. But she does not even know why anything is being prepared for what looks like a war. She's always been kept in the dark by Titania. What's to say she doesn't keep more of her court in the dark?
So at minimum, we've all come to the conclusion that the current court system is not necessarily
The
in
best.
its best form.
Not saying it's the worst either on how it's set up. Just the part that's on top.
So you don't think the individual court itself needs punishment?
Some pieces do, like you said. Not all of them are good. But we're not saying the ones that are helping the people should be punished. And that's our biggest issue, is that if we're not here for the people that are in this realm, why are they here? Good job.
I do think our best motion from right now would be one, we're going to go to the material plane and we're going to see what we can do there. We have some leads, possibly for the children that are missing, Twilly. And some more possible factory locations in the material plane.
It has become a lot bigger problem than it was supposed to have been.
It wasn't meant to be that way.
Unfortunately, that led to uncovering all of this.
Quebec's a bit messy. And I've been making a bit of a list. There are several things we have to address before I'm going to vote to support. At least. We can all agree that at minimum, even if we're not fully aligned, we have similar beliefs. But similar beliefs don't necessarily make a working arrangement. We have to know things. Specifically, who are we fighting? Top priority. Currently we know it's Kieran, Oberon, Titania, and Aya. Maybe. We haven't really discussed much on her. What we plan to do there. We also haven't discussed how this is all going down. You said 15 days till the battle, alright. So that would be 15 days for you to handle Kieran and Oberon. But what if you can't? What if they're on? What if they do manage to make it to the battle itself? And interact there? Assuming the battle is never prevented.
Well, that's what
Would I have been
is
back?
for.
Would I would have been back by now? Because this is my side.
Just like, I'm working on it.
Alright, so we can all understand that at least for now, you're a decent fit to rule. But what about the people? What if they argue that you're just a creation of Titania? An extension of her?
Fun
No?
fact. He's not.
Tell He is a creation.
Kind of, but not really.
He's a little monkey this.
Not to Tanya's son.
So then whose son are you? She wouldn't necessarily deem you a crone.
Right from there now.
Aya?
So,
Drop in that sit in there. There you go. I feel like you've been skirting around a bit.
Who's your daddy?
Information.
I wasn't gonna call it out. I was letting Scary do it.
Sorry,
I
my
get
bad.
there.
He's been skirting
He's
around
been
it.
scared.
I have been scared. I just have not brought it up yet.
You've been avoiding the situation. You're
You
welcome.
have.
It's brought down. Sent out
Mama
the-
Lulu! That's the one she's scared about.
That's the one he didn't want to have the conversation with.
It's fine. It's fine.
Kai just added me.
You're welcome. You needed it, honey.
This is worse than a parent caller than a family member calling you out
Hey.
being gay.
car.
Mama Lulu needs to go out there.
Sorry, my bad. We're just going back down the list.
Oh yeah.
I have a lot to say of this. Not a lot of time. This is certainly mostly business, and we'll discuss that later.
Spoon ready.
Yes, Mama.
You do realize that makes Titania's supporters question your legitimacy for a claim.
I know, because it could just seem like
You're an extension of Ea.
the Queen of Air and Darkness.
It could also make it seem like it's not y'all's coup, it's her coup. And they don't know anything about her except what has been said. You see at this point, like, you just hear, like, a thump.
Not back yet. I mean, if nothing's happening, I'm heading back.
The
A
fuck
small
are you
crack
doing?
appears.
Alright,
Like it's starting to break.
shall we begin? And I'm going to tap around the crack, see if it'll spread. If it does, I'm going to start working on getting rid of it.
Alright.
You let me know how long that takes. I'm eventually going
10
to, like,
minutes.
full on get the sword hilt.
It's still bitter cold in there.
It doesn't matter. We're working.
10
Whenever the
minutes.
sword stops working, whenever after a few strikes the sword, I'm like, wait a minute. Which is
Roll
like I
a
told
strength check.
I get the axe.
I need you to roll me a strength.
All right.
No.
No
I
guidance.
can't guide myself.
Nope.
I know what I'm doing.
Nope. You don't have time.
Natural 20.
4 total of.
25.
Damn, you sick.
I have a 20 strength. I just roll low on any strength check for some reason.
Yeah, I know it. You be carrying shit all the time.
Natural 20.
This
No,
party's
oh my
strength
God.
is built on Scarab's size, not Eula's, oddly enough.
Yeah. Apparently, I just haven't wanted anything else as hard as this.
I'll give you 7 minutes.
All right. I'm just waylaying into it, making sure it looks right.
Honestly, it looks like a small little dragonborn nestled in an egg.
Nice.
Emerald green scales and all.
Nice. All right.
What are you doing?
I know that it can look bad, and it will be a problem that we come up on. But
You have managed to make yourself a headache this entire process. Like this entire group. No. You were a problem long before I even knew them personally. Daphne. Mm-hmm.
Gosh, what's up?
I just want to say, when Twilly specifically said that the scare, he like slightly smug and was like, "Don't do that, don't do that." Like his smirk popped down, and he was like,
What's so hard is
Back
that
to
we're
just-
trying to be adults, but we're definitely still kids to them, and we're like, right away.
Like I straight up smirked, and then I was like, business moment. Yeah, business moment. Back to just. I know it can be a problem. I did, because you brought it up. I plan to let the people decide if they want me to rule. The Feywild agreed.
I fight for democracy.
That's what we're doing.
Because I am currently still going to be in agreement with it. That if we do not have a ruler immediately, it will still follow what I say for a little while.
Alright.
When a ruler comes into place, there will have to be a solidified agreement between the ruler and the Feywild. But
So-
I guess you could say I'm interim until either the people decide yes, they want me to rule, or no, and someone else gets brought into place.
Speaker of the Feywild.
So here's the thing. Assuming it all goes to plan and you guys manage to handle the growing lich problem who's apparently trying to take over the realms.
We're gonna.
And you prevent
You really got that
two
cocky, Lily.
queens
Yes.
from tearing the rift between this Feywild.
So what I meant.
We're fucking around.
And assuming
We're about to.
that the denizens all end up surviving this and still supporting you. What's to say you're not going to end up taking the same path as your aunt and mom? 1,000 years from now, 8,000 years from now, who keeps you in check?
Okay.
I'm not there.
I'm currently effectively immoral and have no stake in this realm. Aside from the individuals within it.
What is to guarantee that in 8,000 years, another group won't be sitting around a secretive table having a debate, discussion on how to overthrow you?
You got blizzard on the brain.
I plan to make sure any decision that is made for the Feywild is a collective decision between court and citizens.
I mean, literally, you're saying, let's
So
have a
taking
Durkle
that
moment.
counsel?
We're just making America.
We're going.
Make the Feywild great again.
We're good.
I don't want
Honestly, this is actually more like the UK, but whatever.
Constitutional monarchy.
I don't want my denizens to feel like they have no say in their realm. The plan I have been thinking about is to have my court separated where they're over regions, areas of the Feywild. Not how it is now where they're over races. Have it where a region is overseen, better word, by a court member.
Okay.
Because, hey, all druids aren't going to think alike if they're in different areas.
Yeah.
They have different needs.
If a need is brought to a court member's attention in their area, the court member will bring it up to the court, and then we will bring it up to all denizens for what is the best way to fix it. We will come up with ideas. We're not just going to be like, hey look, we don't know shit, do it yourself. But we will come up with, say maybe an area is having a problem with their harvesting. Their crop growth was just not enough that year. Bringing it up to one of our regions that has just had a very nice harvest, over harvesting that year, and asking if they wouldn't mind helping out a different region, helping make sure that all of our people are fed and taken care of the way they should, instead of forcing it or letting the people starve.
I see a group of powerful wizards we have that can help make the lands grow again.
Asking for everyone to help take care of each other.
So you plan on keeping yourself in check by making your work known to the people?
Yes.
This is one of the biggest issues they have now, is that they blindly follow because they don't know the truth.
I don't want any decision me or my court make to not be something that the denizens agree is
then
good for all.
Why not argue that just leave each region as an isolated kingdom within a realm? Why even bother asking you?
Because that's when you get inner turmoil. You let it seem like kingdoms and they feel like they can take from others. Some noble will get a big head and think that it is all theirs.
So by keeping it
Cough,
united,
cough. Literally, cough, cough. Atherin Galen Odell will get a big head and try to take it all for himself. And I know y'all's watch knows what Atherin Galen Odell does.
oh, don't worry. It's not necessarily something I'm particularly involved in, but and she's just gonna smile at that. Okay. And there's another thing. So what do you expect to come out of this? What are you specifically asking for? Support is all that has really been working. But specifically, what is needed? Information on Titania. It's all very vague, really.
Right now, what we need from y'all
Currently, the way you'll put it is we've got a mountain of problems.
Yeah.
And not enough time.
Got a mountain of problems at a time, so let's tackle one at a time.
gain information while y'all can about Titania's plans of things.
I got no problems in the spells I need.
But primarily, see what y'all can do to help protect the denizens in the meantime.
What about air? Honestly, you kept her mostly out of it, just briefly mentioning her. What are her goals for this? What even is the point of their war? You keep mentioning it, it seems to be a pretty pivotal moment for how it affects the Feywilds.
Aya was the rightful queen to the Feywild.
Not time for you to have a message, but it is time for you to have your individual.
Oh, okay.
Just kind of shake off the ice chrysalis.
Alright. Are we like full size or where are we at right now?
Full size?
Full size.
As you can see her.
Alright. So, I say my thing. I start heading out.
I mentioned this sometime.
Where are you going?
I'm in the mansion right now.
I'm pretty
she's been
sure
in there for
Eula
7
just somehow brought you Lila
What?
here.
What?
No, not really.
I'm not sure what is happening, but it does not sound great. But it may potentially be. No. In the sense that I'm like, this is Viola like big balls bullshit going on.
You said that Aya told you that she would be willing to call off the war if we could convince Tanya to upgrade.
Oh yeah, I was gonna. Yes.
You know, I've got the whole like, if I don't tell the truth, then I die thing.
Yeah, I know. I was about to get there.
I know. I wanted to say it so that like, oh shit, he's for real.
Yeah. So yes, you had asked the question, I hadn't responded yet, right? When you said that to him.
Yes.
What is A responding to this?
She's a queen. You just said so yourself.
Oh, I had said that. Yeah, Aya is the rightful queen to the Feywild.
So she's fighting for the throne.
Well, she was.
No. She's more fighting for what is right. She does not want the throne for herself. She just does not want Titania to have it. And what is not good on her point is she's also doing it out of anger. Titania killed the love of her life. And then took over control of the Feywild from her.
And wrote her out of history.
And wrote her out of the history. Brutally murdered her fiancé in front of her face by creating him to be the first prisoner of the Prison of Thorns.
I can confirm that these statements are true as they have been described to us.
Fantastic.
So then
There
what
was
happens to
no
her after
trial
this?
given to Zenith. Titania killed him of her own will without giving him a trial. Rightfully so.
And why? Does anyone even know Titania's motives? Because now you've announced Aya's, or at least Aya's supposed motives.
Titania's never given her motives for killing Zenith. To
It'd be
anyone.
great if I actually had that notebook of what all the notes and stuff were.
Wait, what notebook?
The notebook from Titania's shit. I was having a
Wouldn't
props
help.
made. It wouldn't have.
I was gonna say, I wonder if I could retrieve it with that spell.
No, I do have it.
No.
But then she said it wouldn't. I'm like, I don't remember what is actually all in it because she was making it.
It's
Wouldn't help, she
Aya
says.
and Zenith's, like, notes for the experiments they did when making hemocraft as blood magic.
I can tell you that what is a little weird
Light shield.
is that even though, for some unknown reason, Titania wanted Zenith dead, he's my father. I'm 190 years old. He's over. I honestly don't know. She's like 10,000. He's somewhere around there with them. He's been dead for 8,000 though. He's been dead for 8,000.
Spell didn't work. He's been dead for over 200 centuries. Or for like 2 centuries.
He's put in the prison over 8,000 years ago.
Yeah,
Sorry.
not dead.
Yeah.
Plants are not dead.
Ah,
Yes.
He's not dead. He's just mostly dead.
Yes.
That's a
Like he
very
got
distinct
dead
difference.
more recently, okay? He got more.
Now you've
no.
kind of lost me.
I lost myself. Yes, he. Oh.
Kinda new.
I'm still proud I managed to do this.
Fantastic. For anyone that's
We're
out-
all lost. We don't know how she did it. But
Why?
Aya is my mother, and Zenith is my father.
This leaves more questions than answers.
I can also confirm this to be true. As we understand it.
That's not how.
I break and I chuckle. There's a chuckle and a smile. And he's just shaking his head for a second, then he goes back to being serious.
Look, I'd like to say I conducted a DNA test, but unfortunately that is a lie.
I have it. You want to see it?
Hey, I actually conducted the DNA test.
If I were to say that I conducted the DNA test,
Just-
I don't want to know what happened.
Sarah, in his random pocket in his suit again, just reaches out. I got it. Here you go.
Aren't you just a fuck?
I mean, never mind. Not the time. Bad Sarah. Mama hit me with a spoon. I put my hand out. Mama hit me with a spoon.
There's no way she reaches you from across the table.
Extendo
You randomly
arm.
just see her just go. And you see her toss out a spoon, and you're like, nice block.
Would you like for me to create you a really long wooden spoon, ma'am?
No,
She just threw a knife block at him.
Does a 27 hit?
What
Mama
the
always-
fuck?
Damn.
Mama has like a plus 12.
Mama
Okay?
is a level 20 fighter. We've talked about this.
Who deals with ranged weapons?
Just tell me her damage.
Because she
Never
always
mind.
be throwing that
Take
shit
an
at you.
action surge and hit you 7 times in 1 second.
What?
6 points of bludgeoning.
There we go. There we go.
And it's not the knives, it's just a knife block.
It's just
Just
clunk.
a knife.
No, all the knives came out. They just stick it around her and like the floor, and the block hits in the chest.
I deserved it.
You didn't even say anything.
No, but I was gonna. Therefore, I deserved it. It's in Mama's presence. We don't do that in Mama's presence.
I wouldn't know. Mother figures are kind of rare for me.
I honestly don't think that's something you can even.
Walking out.
Do what?
That one was this one, but don't put the card up. Well, you can just
It
block
was Twilly.
No, what did you say?
I honestly don't think I've even heard you speak Mom.
Yeah, I didn't have one.
Use your outside voice.
I didn't have one for a really long time.
Okay, so that we can at least agree that it's time for a change, and you guys have at least some semblance of a plan for what happens after a war. Now, the nitty gritty. What happens during the war, should it fail to be prevented?
Do I get to walk out now?
Yes.
And I walk out.
Excellent question.
I would like to present each and every one here. I don't know how far we've gotten in this conversation. I was doing a lot of work. It's fine. I'd like to present each and every one of you here. The original, the OG, Eulila, as Eulila walks out.
What?
Wow. Like I didn't say Eula was
Shut up.
bringing you.
I gotta have my moment.
How did you even...
It's a lot of work.
That's you.
Yeah.
That is... Hello, ma'am. It's nice to meet you.
Hi!
Hello, I'm currently under oath to speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me the weave.
He does dumb things, but we love him.
Reaches down, pours way more in my glass because there's now 2 Eulas and I can't.
There is very much to Eula.
Just
So,
Titties out and everything.
looks at Arya. Your glass is not full.
so
Fills hers up more.
how does this work? You guys share the same soul, and yet you're different individuals.
Think of it as
That's a good
if...
question.
How does this work?
Here's
I'll
how...
for most of that.
Here's how I'm thinking this goes. I'm not sure if this is how this goes, but it's like a giant iceberg, and I chipped off a specific spot that was her. And I'm another spot.
Your,
It's just right now I'm at the top of the iceberg.
your analogy is ineffectual. It doesn't matter what piece of the iceberg you chipped off, it's still an iceberg.
Yes, but if you have a chipped off piece of the iceberg,
You have 2 pieces
you could
of
have
the
2
iceberg.
pieces. One may be very much bigger than the other one, but it is now in 2 pieces.
Yeah, I'm still fairly certain Eulila is the tip of the iceberg.
By the tip of the iceberg, I mean I'm the one that's in control at this
current one.
moment.
Okay, so you would be the bottom of
top
it.
one.
You're the
So-
bottom, and you're the one that's just making sure it's not toppling over. 'Cause she's definitely the top of the iceberg.
Yes.
Not an iceberg thing. Bad analogy. You guys are misunderstanding the situation.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You're getting
I'm having,
too stuck on the iceberg.
I'm sorry. I'm having to process the fact that one of my closest friends is currently dealing with her past with the first reincarnation of
Okay.
her multiple lifespan.
You know what it is? Those little
The one
it's-
and only.
No. Here's your
I
analogy.
don't-
The one that started
The
this
little
mistake
pencils
altogether.
that you used to take
I don't
off the
think
parts and put
only
it in the back.
encompasses it accurately, but
How they have
definitely the
different pieces
one.
inside, so each level's still right. Eula's the one that's
So,
at the end, right?
Does
She's
anyone
the one
have
that
any
tries to-
questions
she
about
pulled
what
off your
happened
life.
like 8,000 years ago? Because this one was there.
This one did most of it, if I'm
Call
aware.
you Lila to the stand?
To
What you
be
just did.
fair, Lila can give you a first-hand experience of what happened to Zenith, possibly why Titania
Murder.
did it to Zenith. I already told him murder.
Racism.
She's actually right.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if this is really her and not some Eula bullshit?
Yeah.
You can start.
It is Eula bullshit, but this is also her. So the answer is yes.
Are you sure?
But I mean, Eula did it, so it is Eula bullshit.
How do you know it's really, how do you know it's really her, though? You don't.
12.
Not sounding great.
I don't know, hold on.
Here, let me roll.
22. 25.
That looks like
From an 8.
I don't know what you're telling, but if you're having me roll what I think you'd have me roll, he looks on the level. Or she looks on the level.
That is a 25 from an 8.
Good job.
That's really good.
Honestly, it's not really a deception.
I know. But I wanted to play with it a little bit. I wanted to play with it a little bit. Oh yeah, no, this is definitely you, Lila.
No, I'm...
You roll a competing Arcana check.
Oh.
Can I do
Natural 20!
Can I do an Arcana check to figure out what this is?
Arcana
Yeah.
26.
What is
Arcana.
I'm tired. Damn.
Or more apple juice. More apple juice, honestly.
How?
You don't know!
I'm using
I'm sorry, I'm loving this.
I'm using an inspiration to reroll that. I don't care.
Oh. You want to know this bad? You could just ask Eula about it. You're probably gonna figure it out now.
Somebody give me a pencil.
I don't have a pencil with me. The DM God pencil?
Why do you know?
Megan, that's a 30.
I rolled 26. It's a form.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you.
Eula bullshit, honey. Eula bullshit.
Okay, so... The technicality on this one is so fine.
We don't get anything to eat. Starving.
The technicality on this
Yeah,
one
how long has
is...
it been? Probably, it's a long time.
The technicality on this one is so fine you could cut a boulder with it. But
Has he ever actually cut a boulder? That's kind of difficult.
I've made boulders explode. I've made boulders.
Off topic.
This... You have cast the spell Simulacrum,
A version of it.
which is not technically creating another individual. However, simulacrums can be created with personalities inherent within them. And this personality is based off of the original Ulila.
More or less. There is a little bit more stuff added to it. It's not exactly simulacrum anymore.
So back to asking her
Simulacrum.
questions. We don't gotta know how Eula did it. She's just here.
Look, okay, if I were on this court, I would be like... If I were on this court, I would be questioning any magic thing that happened.
So this is Lila, guys. This is me.
And I would want somebody there who knows their shit in order to confirm that, yeah, this is an accurate representation.
Where's
Aramis.
Lila's mini?
Honey.
Where's Lila's mini?
Love
We have a
you.
new person
Love
in
you
here.
so much, buddy.
There we go.
But The amount of people sitting on the other side of this table that just did a type of magic unknown to almost all of us, I think they could easily determine what magic Eulila is. But thank you.
Honestly,
Thank you so much.
close enough.
Just right there.
Right here.
Now you gotta deal with double.
Is it leaning forward so
It's
much?
it's got warp melt stuff.
My bad.
That's fine.
She's taller than you.
I'm sitting.
She's taller than you.
Alright. So, DM, talk to yourself.
I hate you guys.
Well, you agreed to this Eula bullshit, so now you deal with Eula bullshit.
Is it a Nimberism or a Eulaism at this point?
So you guys are wanting her to just answer their questions?
More or less. Yeah. About what happened in the past.
It doesn't have to be super long, so you don't have to talk to yourself that long.
I also told Eulila the questions they wanted. I specifically said Eulila can tell you what happened to Zenith, why he got murdered, why Titania did it. I gave her a lineup for at least basic things to start going off of.
The who done it, Titania. The why done it. Honestly, there's one thing Titania fears in this entire existence, and that is divine punishment from her predecessors, because, oddly enough, apparently, Feywild denizens who temporarily took up residence within the material plane actually suffered quite a decent bit, and she doesn't want to repeat that, and she's critically afraid of doing that. What she specifically did, she's basically trying to prevent what she considers the dilution of pure Corellian Laurentian creations as a means of trying to appease him and not have anything bad happen ever again. How she did it? Sacrificed a body in order to create a plant prison. As far as I'm aware, it does hurt. I think I've got everything. Did I have everything?
Yes.
Sounds about right.
So I guess an easy way to summarize it is Titania is racist because she is scared that a god is going to come down and make every fey creature she cares about suffer. She doesn't want that. She would rather have someone else suffer.
She's a racist because of Daddy's belt.
I have determined for this particular meeting, there are enough of us present who can hold our liquor.
I knew filling up the glass was gonna work.
Yes!
I need to take 5.
Call for recess?
Fuck.
Ta-da!
Man, I'm just bullying Arya emotionally, and I feel so bad about it.
Don't. Sometimes
I-
she needs to be.
Bully, like, emotionally and psychologically, I feel like.
Also, if y'all need it, there is
This could also be whenever, you do your weird blood shit.
There is also proof in this building of torture that's on that paper. One of the ones Ansel has.
Yeah.
The fairy, Elaine. She's here.
What happened to the girl?
Well, why don't you read for yourself? And I plucked the paper
Kind of-
off and I had it to you.
Ansel
No,
already
no,
has
You
that.
didn't have it.
You don't have that.
You don't have that.
Eula, from, like, behind Scara, just kind of extends a wing out and kind of points at it.
Well, why not just show it
How
yourself?
close is
You've
the
got
wing?
the paper.
Not very nice things.
Well, if during your recess you would like to peruse the torture board, I will leave it up there until the end of this discussion.
The torture board, that's so bad that we have to call it a torture board. I mean, it exists, but
What it is.
it's still so bad that you have to have something
this
like
is
that.
Let me show you how.
Hey,
I
look,
found
we didn't
this.
make it. We just took it from the sick bastard in order to collect evidence.
He's gonna get up
Yeah.
and go over to Scarrow and kind of sit beside him.
We also have 4 baby dragons that can tell you about torture.
Gonna
that was done.
turn,
Oh yeah, they are.
take off my jacket, unbutton my sleeve, and roll it up.
Which one?
The one that has a very shittily done bandage all up it. Start unwrapping it.
No, there comes a point where you're like, wait, how the fuck did he knot it? How did I get it?
just-
And you have to sit here for a moment and you're like, fuck it!
Yeah, just kind of cut it off, and I'm like,
Who bandaged you?
just. I just need you to kind of slit your hand for me.
Love how he ignores my question.
Like,
Just
He's such a poor
grab
dog.
him so that his hand is just holding on there. Roll it. Let me roll it.
This is how we get diseases.
That's exactly how hepatitis happens.
He just keeps doing it.
Just keep sharing his love with everybody.
I swear to God.
He doesn't have my amulet arms.
Noise.
Cause
What'd
my
you get?
28 and the DC's 25.
I have an amulet that prevents diseases, and I wear it at all times.
Yeah,
He hasn't
you wear
asked
it.
for it.
I'm fine.
He's gonna get hepatitis.
Yeah, when you see me not sleeping with you, because I'm terrified you got some shit.
You're gonna
That
knock
was
on
a
Yule's-
joke.
You're gonna knock on Yule's door. Can I borrow that amulet?
I
It's a
show him
joke.
what happened to Elaine. I show him me seeing Titania curse you, Lila.
Mm-hmm.
I show him all of my conversations with Arya. Or not Arya, Aya. I don't know why I said Arya. With Aya. And like her saying, I don't want to be the queen. If Titania would just step down, stuff like that.
Who's that?
Do you show him the Bagman fight?
No, it's not relevant.
I know.
I show him,
I
Kieran,
just wanted to word you out.
like all the things Kieran said to us.
Jerome?
Yeah, Jerome. Yes, because Nazi, that's not my dad.
That's for overall.
You know what? I'm just gonna call them all Kieran, and I'm either gonna be non-dad Kieran or dad Kieran.
But
Geraldine.
Non-dad. His dad is a Goliath.
So basically, some extra things, but all the things that Ansel has basically been saying, like, do you have any form of proof? Showing him, hey, look, specifically was her. Here's my memories. There you go, buddy. I also, in the Scarrow will start crying after this. Show him. Scarrow has also lost a lot that meant a lot to him. So, and not that he doesn't think they possibly know, but so it's shown. Scarrow also knows what's on the line and how much it hurts to lose your whole army.
This is like
And the people you
instantaneous,
care
right?
about.
This takes like maybe 2 seconds.
It doesn't take long.
Awesome. Whatever you pull away, I'm guessing because you couldn't hear during it, you would hear this. You know, I am so happy that this party is no longer a sausage fest. I'm talking to you, Lila. What? Look around. The people I've been traveling with, I've been only traveling with guys this entire time. I have been like the only female.
I mean, if you really want a female companion, we can bring
We
her
must have
along.
traveled with
Do you want?
constructs after getting off the boat.
Yeah, we got more of those now. Well, we don't have more of this. We have less of this, but we have them now. We got like one of them there in the back. Do you know everything that I've seen so far?
Why would I know that?
I don't know. You
You're
could have
picking
been
through
like,
my head.
I was. You know what? I didn't know if you were in the back seat watching the movie or what.
She's taking a nap the whole time.
Necessarily actively exist if you're not engaging.
Well,
You,
I
you
think
know that, like, my actual body died, right?
very much so.
Like,
Like you dead.
yeah. Have been dead.
Yep. But are you dead? You're dead.
Not according to
adjacent. You're dead adjacent.
She's only mostly dead.
I'm not actively alive.
But you're not actively dead either. Because the body could waste away, but the soul's still there.
Yeah, but it's currently in you.
Technicalities. I don't have all the answers.
I don't even have the answers for some of the things I see in this room.
We can talk about it. We're discussing overthrowing Titania.
Tia.
And
I don't know if
potentially
you knew her as Titania, so I was gonna. Aya constantly calls her Tia, so thought I should.
So,
Tiandra.
Tiandra.
Yeah.
And potentially Aya. We're leaning not much towards Aya, but Aya doesn't want to rule anymore either.
He's always been tired.
Very much so. Hey, Kieran's back.
Zenith.
I don't think she knows the other one.
We don't know that. He's apparently possibly been alive since then. Hey, was Jerome Kieran
Do you think he called
alive?
himself Jerome Kieran in that time?
Hey, hallucinatory Imogen. Put him up there again. That guy.
JJ?
He was alive.
Fuck is JJ?
Fuck,
He's-
how old is this bitch? We're killing him too.
he's extremely intelligent, kind of a sociopath, actually extremely a psychopath. Really interested in
He
magical.
was a boy when I was...
He's a lich.
He's a little bitch.
He's my adoptive father, and he's tortured thousands of people to death.
Including
Still
us.
breathing?
He's a lich.
Well,
Not for
breathing-
long.
Breathing's kind of.
Specifically, he's been
Shut up
using
and let me talk.
potions of longevity.
Why is the table wiggling so much? You keep shoving it into me. I'm against the wall, okay?
Technically.
Thank you.
He's been currently using a lot of potions of longevity before he figured out how to become a lich.
Nobody let his adoptive son tell somebody about him.
Tell him.
Her.
He is a bona fide psychopath who has tortured every conceivable being across all planes of existence to death in order to find their extreme weaknesses of their physical forms. In a bid to find which physical traits are most desirable so he can combine them into one giant Ubermensch jelly to eat and become immortal.
Including a few of us.
I'm pretty sure literally all of you, Eula just didn't find all of the names because she doesn't know them all. I am very certain it's probably been every single reincarnation of you he has tortured. To the extent of your life.
Some of them died peacefully of old age. I will say that.
So, I have
Doesn't
a
mean that
question
he
for
didn't
you.
get to them.
tell me everything you know about this man, please.
He's from the Kieran clan, but he's actually from the Material Plane, and he happened to decide he wanted to follow... I'm honestly not fully sure how that family tree works. It doesn't fully make sense to me. They're part of a clan, but they're not necessarily related. But he also kind of called Zenith uncle, but they're not actually related.
So he was not one of the original vampires.
No, he's just a human boy.
Annoying.
Well-
He used to be a human boy.
This may be a lot, but we're killing JJ and Oberon, and we're dethroning Tiandra and Aya.
To be fair, Aya's just giving it up. She's
Yeah.
not being dethroned. She doesn't want
Dethroned,
the throne.
just not forceful dethrone.
Yeah.
You have
Oh,
a
yeah.
Capri Sun?
Is that why
They're over there. You'd have to get under the box.
a tiara on? Is
I ran
that
out
what
over
you're
here.
putting on the throne?
She's like, do you have any more Capri Sun? I only had like 3.
But he has
We
a
drank them.
tiara.
That's Aya's. He stole it.
So he's not being thrown.
I mean, he's
He
gonna
is
be
being
the
thrown, just not in that way.
mine. Me rule mine.
What?
Cockslave.
No.
Wait, Juice, what did I just miss?
I don't know, Kai. What'd you zone out
Well,
for?
to be fair, Kai,
Juice!
Eulila asked if you were going to be the new ruler because you're still currently wearing a tiara.
Yes, I'm the new queen. I win. I told Oberon himself.
girl boss.
Welcome to the Feywild again.
It's called the Feywild now?
Yeah.
I'm An Zenith's son. None of us know.
Apparently there might have been another one
She
too.
just reaches and grabs some unconsuming drink and she's just like, this is going
Yeah.
down.
Before you ask,
So wait,
none of us know how it happened.
So wait, as an ice construct, can you consume liquor?
I don't know, but it sure feels warm.
Is she still an ice construct made of snow or ice?
I don't know.
That's
Something
it.
else.
I have
Look.
no idea. I sing.
Look, Magic Man. I have gone through way too much shit to give a fuck about the actual logistics of magic.
That's literally my whole thing. I hate how improvisational bard magic is.
There might be some of my breath in there.
Stay away.
That
Why?
Where?
Poison.
It's like right there where I put it.
Eula breath
And you like to
in
see her
there.
start taking off
Eula
the
breath
shirt.
poison.
No.
Her probably should
Inside.
stay away from poison person.
I thought
Oh,
you
yeah,
dealt with
She
that.
kind of gives her, like, back a stretch and she's just like,
Would you like to know everything that I implemented within this?
hey,
maybe later.
We'll
Scarab.
pass on this in a moment.
Scaramouche.
We're having a current argument here.
Does the book for our freedom ring a bell?
We'll have to wait so Megan can hear us.
You motherfucker.
Yeah, but
You have to pause.
I honestly do
We have
not
to have a
remember
conversation
all of it
separate as
because
well.
I wasn't super close.
It was in your right hand. I don't know where it went. Did I still see the book in there?
Oops.
In the what?
And whenever I opened it, was their book in there?
What?
Still? All right.
You're gonna find out in a minute when we have our little things we
You're
have to
gonna
open.
find out because we're gonna have to redo this so Megan can hear it. So Megan hears where Scara just went, oh,
All right.
fuck.
Switch over.
So, gonna give you the context of
This
how this
basically happens
conversation
at the
went
same
down.
time.
Yeah, Eula went, there's some of my breath in there, right? Scara went, stay away.
And I went, why?
I went, Eula, poison breath. Possible poison breath. Poison guy, stay away.
And I went, I thought you dealt with that.
So
And then you guys kept talking, so we paused so we could go to things.
Yes, because you didn't
Because
hear
we
that.
didn't know.
Eula was talking.
And we didn't know.
so
And now we're gonna.
You know, I don't.
so this occurred before I made this oath, so I hope I don't die when I say this. We lied.
Did you
What is
listen? We need to roll to see if he was listening, because they,
They
weren't
weren't
listening.
talking.
And
Eula
The
was
biggest
not
thing was this
listening.
went to him and he has not answered. me.
yeah,
Do I need to roll to see if I hear?
This is up to you how you.
it's
what?
up to the DM. Like
to see
if
if
Aramis
Aramis
was
is
paying
paying
attention to us or to that one.
conversation.
I honestly would have kind of expected Aramis to just randomly hear the whole, I thought you dealt with it, and ping into that.
Okay,
Like, maybe not
okay.
be listening. Be like, ping into what?
Just
Okay.
definitely can't answer
Dealt with
right
what?
now, but you definitely heard a, I thought you dealt with that.
Oh, yeah, I
line."
wasn't quiet
All right,
about.
Malachi.
You don't
You
know
don't
what
know
we dealt
what-
about.
yeah, you don't
he has
know
to
what was
answer me,
dealt.
then you get to talk.
Dealt with what?
Yeah, so it's like, Aramis, you want to take that over, buddy?
What am I taking over?
What are you taking
About
over?
why he's not
Okay.
immune from poison now. I thought you guys were dealing with
I
that.
thought you took care of that.
Okay, so
I could try to test it. You want?
No.
No!
Let's not. But I like your spunk.
so
Is this
this
Ansel, I'm assuming?
this occurred before I took this oath,
No,
so
you
I
lied,
think
right?
I'm fine. We lied. So,
Got it. You holla.
you know how I said, gee golly willikers, I can cure your poison in the middle of the cafeteria where a bunch of his spies
I
were?
can certainly try.
No, it's okay.
This is more of the reasons why we're killing Oberon. Because of this.
So, you know how I said that in the middle of a cafeteria?
Mm-hmm.
Where, you know, a bunch of Kieran's agents are? And that, hey, one of the biggest thorns in his side is a vulnerability to poison. So, we decided to take a risk and do something a little bit differently. So, instead of curing his poison, I wished for a list of all of Kieran's moles within Ada's court.
So that's how you guys came up with that list.
Mm-hmm. But I can cure it right now. I haven't used that spell slot.
I was like, I twitched. He is livid.
Eula's just.
I haven't used that spell. It was not my idea. I can say that truthfully.
I have half a mind to breathe on him right now, Kai.
Don't you
Have
fucking
mind
dare.
to tell you to.
Mama!
Would you like for me?
Lulu, I'm gonna kick his ass!
Would you like to remedy? Would you like
You
me to
get
remedy?
to watch.
Would you like me to remedy this issue immediately?
This can be taken care of at a later date, potentially.
Eula takes the spoon.
But run!
I can literally take care of this instantly.
Hands the spoon to Kai.
It's a strength roll.
I'm
The
handing the
weapon gets a
spoon.
plus 10.
A plus 10.
I handed the spoon to Kai.
What is this? The
cat's got some
spoon of
muscle.
dumbass slaying?
Stone him hard with this spoon.
What is this? A spoon of dumbass slaying?
This is the spoon of Mama Eula.
This is
Lulu?
This is Lulu. Sorry.
The strength.
Who did I say?
Strength.
I said Mama?
Yulu.
Eula. Lulu.
Do I get to add my proficiency from it being a melee weapon or not?
Yes.
Cool.
A legendary weapon.
37!
A legendary weapon called Lulu's spoon.
How much do I get to roll for damage?
I didn't even try to run. I just...
You're not time, but I'm gonna smack
It
you
rolls
so
a
damn much.
D12!
Yeah!
Bludgeoning.
Damn,
No, it's
Miss
not
Lulu!
It's magical bludgeoning.
Yeah, but it also got a plus 10.
Yeah, but plus my strength. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Would be 6.
Mm-hmm.
Magical bullshit! Let's smack you with Mama Lulu's food.
On the ass or not?
No, I'm sitting. I didn't move. I stayed in my chair. I haven't gotten out of my chair. I took the hit because I knew if I tried to run, Aria would have fucking like been like, "No, bitch, you're standing there with him." Like,
No, Arya would have just been on the opposite side of where you were.
yeah. Currently, Scara knew he's just having.
Eula extends the hand out to see if you're done with the spoon.
Roll it.
Currently, Scara knew he's just in danger from all.
Beat the shit out of you.
It hits. Listen, it hits.
Oh, it
Okay?
should. You can fail.
30!
It hits.
Nice.
You doubled it.
I got lucky because I rolled a 15.
You hit when you rolled.
You guys know I can fix this right now, right?
11 bludgeoning.
Should we use the spoon on him too? Because I swear to God.
You know what? I think that's a good idea. I'm hitting you with the spoon. 31!
Fantastic.
Whew! Mama Eula's mad at you.
You get max on oh shit.
16 points of bludgeoning damage.
It catches on the shoulder. Fucking ow!
Oh, you're not done. Hands the spoon over to Kai.
You guys are in so much
Hand me a
goddamn
pen.
trouble.
So,
Getting the shit out of you.
32.
I rolled a 31.
So,
How dare you?
just
You got a match mine.
look, I wasn't as mad. 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Just, but you both just got your asses smacked.
Just
There you
casually,
go.
like, here, let me hand the spoon back to Mama. I got it.
Don't you dare touch
you guys actually
Let me have it.
you guys actually put a
We have
sizable
it.
dent in my shoulder.
We have it.
Hey, Guys,
I'll have the spoon.
Pulling, yes, you did.
hey, you guys, I'm gonna
pulling-
hit you with
like,
a
just
wild
holding the spoon,
idea.
like, let me have it.
I'm not a fucking blood hunter.
Let me
When
have
you
it.
do that, that hurts a
Let me have the
lot.
spoon.
I know it's meant to.
Cool, you
If-
can have the spoon. Are you ready?
No.
If
let
you
me
do that
have
a few
the-
more times, you
trying
could
to
have
strength
killed
check
me.
me against the spoon.
I'll hit you with the damn spoon again.
I got the spoon in my hand.
Hey, Megan,
I don't think you do.
can I do
Yes, I
something while
did.
they're doing
I
this
think
bullshit?
Kai's stopping it.
Can I do something while they're doing this bullshit? Mm-hmm. Wish me a
19.
simulacrum.
22.
So you
Alright,
said
so
spoon?
I'll-
I'm
Yeah.
just holding
Mini
it. I'm
bus
like,
is right
let me
next to
have
me
the
again.
No,
spoon.
I got the spoon.
I know.
Minimus.
Like, I can grab it again. Let me have the spoon.
Minimus.
Oh, damn.
I'll give
Miss
it back
Lulu
to
took the
Lulu.
spoon back.
I'll give it back, alright? I'm just not giving it to him.
Fine.
Yeah.
I move a rod. Bang, bang.
Hey, Minimus.
I
While
hit
they
both
were
of you
doing their
with the
dumb
move
bullshit,
a
I
rod.
would like
Go
you to
for
cast
it.
a wish for me.
Has no bonuses to
I
it except for
wish
strength.
that for whenever
22.
whenever Scaramouche takes poison damage, he instead of being
That's
harmed, he's
That's
instead
not even
healed
rolling
for the
into
amount of
that thing.
damage he would have taken.
Okay, so it only hits you. That's for going to the Feywild.
Y'all haven't left the Feywild.
You legit
Sorry.
kind of went. "Whoop."
That's for going into Titania's area. Because we did that when y'all did that.
Why the fuck are you pissed at us?
No
if-
other
I'm
effects
not
are to be
pissed.
taken.
If I got hit for doing something, y'all get hit for doing something.
We already had this conversation where you yelled at us.
Yeah. It's okay.
Made us
doesn't
act
do
like
damage.
children, and we came back to tell you that we did it. You left it out.
Did it
Both
go
of
without
you.
a hitch? I'm trying to keep this subtle.
I don't know what simulacrum just happened there, but we got a wish cast on us for some reason.
Ah, shit.
I don't know what's happening over here with Aramis. What just happened? I'll
Gee,
say what now?
why don't you breathe on him and find out?
Did you make it to where we're magically bonded together?
No.
No. Why don't you breathe on him and find out?
They took away the poison.
No, maybe.
This is.
Why don't you see? Why don't you breathe on him and find out?
You Lila Wills.
Pause. What's your passive?
My passive or
No.
18.
Fine.
All of a sudden, a hand just goes behind you and goes.
I'm tired of getting kissed by random people.
Wow, sounds like such a burden.
Everyone kept arguing.
Oh no,
I was gonna spice it up.
I was looking at the DM, not you, Alan. You want me to
Roll
breathe on it?
a poison breath weapon for Ulila. Because Ulila just gets Scara and just.
You finally get up from being in my bed for 8 hours straight?
He had a nice
Sleepy
nap.
baby. Leave him alone.
Why are you rolling so many?
I roll 5d6. You gotta make a saving throw.
One.
Constitution.
The fuck was that?
Not it.
Let me. What'd you get?
28.
Alright. I'm assuming you passed. You would have taken 15, half that.
Which is.
Do you ran down, right? Or do you ran up?
It works against the player, so.
So, but it's a player.
So 8, because it's against the
8.
player.
8? Alright.
8 points of healing.
Yeah, 'cause it would be 7.5, but
8 points of healing.
Nice. I can heal from
Congratulations,
poison.
fuckstick!
you take
Not only are
poison
you
and-
now immune to poison, but whenever you get hurt by it, you instead get healed by it.
Nice.
Fantastic.
You will breathe on me constantly. I need more help.
You can't get.
I only have so many charges that as a Dragonborn.
As far as
What's
I'm,
happening with that situation?
as far as I'm aware, that occurs.
What do you think?
I'm guessing
every-
they don't come back.
That occurs when you take any poison damage.
Alright.
So you could just have some poison around and drink it. Healing potion.
Did you see my message?
Yep, I saw your message.
Okay.
So
Earlier.
what can I say except y'all fucksticks are welcome?
Technically, you could always just be silent. I am sure if we sat you up on a pedestal, you would make a good spy.
Talking to Aramis right now?
Yeah.
Nice. This is Denver asking.
I am not a fan of spying. I far prefer blowing stuff up.
So now that
but
we
it's
have
just
the
really still, I'm sure you'd be.
you know, beating Scarab because he didn't fix his poison problem. Are
fairly
we
certain
possibly
the
to an
reason they're
agreement or
frustrated.
not?
I'm fairly certain they're mostly frustrated that it wasn't told sooner.
Yeah, especially because we got yelled at that we didn't tell you where we were going when we literally came back to tell you where we went.
To be fair, it wasn't my idea.
To be fair, you didn't
Even
dispute
better.
it.
To be fair, it got us exceptionally valuable information.
Oh
I'm not
yes,
saying it
that's
didn't.
nice. I'm not saying it wasn't.
To be fair, you guys are gonna have to be honest with each other. So what all your dirty little secrets?
Oh my goodness.
No?
Wait,
I'm
what
trying
was
to-
that?
What's your apprehensions about what y'all are planning on doing?
I don't know. I'm ready to fight a war if needed.
Yeah, but you're scared of losing people.
Oh, very much so. Same as you.
My,
Where do you
appreh-
get it from, bitch?
my apprehension is that despite my powers and talents, I won't be able to keep the people that I care about safe. Especially those who can't defend themselves.
Same.
What about you, rock guy? What are you, like a gargoyle?
I mean, if you die, you
Earth
get.
Genasi.
I mean, if you die, you get to kick it with Hades for eternity.
That's exactly what I want, sure.
This is what Eula whispers.
That's what Ulila was.
Eulila whispers.
Yeah. That wasn't really a poppin' thing whenever I was around.
Think that a magical earth genie fucked a mortal and that came out.
Earth genies? Where are they from?
I don't fucking know.
The ground?
Maybe someone fucked the ground. I don't know. Maybe they had relations with the Feywild.
Did your parents fuck a mountain or something? How did that work? That wasn't exactly a thing when I was walking this place.
It's not exactly a thing I can just ask either.
Maybe they wanted to stick their dick in an anthill.
He doesn't have his parents anymore.
They're kind of assholes. So,
So then what are you? Like, what's a genasi? Where are you from? Is it this route?
yes. I don't think we ever actually came up with a name before it was wrong.
It's an island that's like...
Yeah, it's
Um,
like on the left. We said where it was, but not what it was called.
No.
There's a man, there's a temple there to Apollo. It's not Apollo. Fuck, I can't even remember. It's Apollo's son.
Mm-hmm.
This is like the god of medicine in particular.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it, Kyle, remember your own backstory.
I do, but it was so long ago that we wrote it. I kind of said fuck you, Apollo, and decided to do something else. So, my bad. I changed my story. Anyway.
It's kind of funny.
Okay, so I don't get in Suzanne if his parents, like, actually...
I don't have the answers.
It's something we can figure
I
out
wasn't
later,
there when we
dude.
fucked.
He can literally
Not
recreate you
He has no
anytime he
contact
wants.
with his parents.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, but so,
can
like, how
recreate her
did...
anytime
Where
you want,
is
right?
his people from?
You can recreate her
How
anytime.
Oh,
did
fuck
Rock-
no.
How did Rock...
That was horrible.
How did Rock people... Rock and humans make a thing?
It's
I
not
put
really
so much
well,
stuff in her.
It's her of genie.
But where's that
You should have
from?
worded that
That's
better.
not in the
Oh
material
no,
plane.
I had put so much stuff in
I don't
her.
think. I don't really know. I didn't get
There's
how
an
much on the material
eye
plane either.
in her chest.
Not sure. That's not the
You have
important
multi-grab
part.
balls, right?
Back to taking off the clothes. Where?
It's inside you, same thing as the breath.
Okay, so he can't recreate you anytime he wants, but we can talk about that later.
This era is so confusing.
Yeah, welcome to the club, bruh.
We've got to be honest with each other. And you have to trust me. Just like I have to trust you.
I do trust you.
Do you?
We didn't tell you guys because we were trying to keep The secret of me not being immune to poison to
So,
a small amount of people.
Does this come off whenever this
It's-
conversation's over?
Even though I think you
I don't
did
fucking know.
something to y'all to protect your minds
This is more to them.
from
Like, it's people
anyone
across
getting
the
in it. I didn't know how all that worked. And I was trying to keep the knowledge of it.
Realistically, probably not. You have a sick
That's what
tattoo
we
now.
did. Going back
What?
when we
You
did.
have a sick tattoo now.
If more people had known where we were
Yeah,
at
well,
in the court,
I'm covered in
it would
cliffs
have
and
been
rooms.
horrible.
But does the effect end
You specified.
You shouldn't have let us
at the
know
end of
as
this
it is.
conversation?
I agree. And
Okay,
I'm sorry
cool.
for your fault.
It's okay.
Do we have to like say that this conversation is concluded?
I'm walking over to Arya.
So recess
So where
over.
were you guys like? Kiss and make up? What is this?
They
No,
made
it's really
fucking
true.
make up.
I don't need to make up.
I will borrow
See-
that spoon again.
That is called a fuck up.
No, this is a sword. Like, you look like you have a sword.
You Lila's got 3 swords on her.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? Don't hit me.
She just
Why
looks
not?
it.
Cause I'm you.
And hit
Maybe
her.
in the future. There's several more people I would have to get through before I actually was hurting you.
I think you jumped the line, honey.
Jump to the line, move
You
your body
live.
in time.
I mean,
If
yeah.
you won't,
Jump to the
then
line, move your body.
I'll live again. Yeah, we got that down.
would it be fucked up if you ended up dying before this died?
Yeah, it's fine.
Magic Man, what do you think?
Yeah.
I mean,
live on. Have fun with it.
Technically, her magic sustains you, so I imagine that unless you're self-sustaining, that when she goes, you go.
The magic's permanent.
Oh, then you're self-sustaining, then you're alive until you're destroyed.
My bad.
What?
And if
Let me
you
handed this back.
Because I'm looking for her.
and if your construction is
Oh,
based,
I'm walking over to her now too.
I was like, we need to get back on track for
Yeah,
some shit.
I wasn't looking for anybody. I was just like, hey, Eula, love the fact that you're trying to talk to you, Lila, but we're in the middle of a meeting and we need to know some answers.
That's great. I'm actually, waiting for the one who called the recess. Gotta wait for them to be ready.
Got enough liquor in you now.
You guys are so fucking stressful. I literally don't know
I
how
would-
you guys lived to the next day.
I would like
Ever.
to apologize about
Yeah.
Have a little
making
faith.
you this way. It gestures to like hair and stuff. I'm not trying.
technically, me being alive is it's weird.
So then why don't you just use your magical little doohickey that you just did and wish yourself a body?
I don't know. It's kind of growing on me. I mean, I wish that I couldn't eat. I mean, I miss that I can't eat pork belly anymore. But
You could just wish that you could eat in the form you're at.
yeah, but then the way that I eat's really weird because I gotta like use my hand to move the jaws, and
You
it's like,
can wish that you don't do that.
and just become an entirely new species. Period.
Sure. Be a new species.
Or you, could have a body
you
with
could
the same
technically
armor.
wish you didn't have to chew. You can just insert food and it like dissolves.
That's
That
part of
already
That's part of the.
terrifying.
You could just wish for for the digestive system.
You could wish that your soul made a mouth whenever you wanted it to eat.
I mean, honestly, this.
Like your weird little wispy
You
soul
could also
shit.
just wish for a body, but then always wear the armor, and then you still are you
You could
in
be
the
a
armor.
dragon boy.
You just have a body.
I could wish to be a changeling.
That's cool.
You could do that.
Could wish to be a dragon.
I mean, yeah, I could, but
Could wish to be a lich.
absolutely not.
Would you bring that up? It's a sore
All right.
spot.
With that, I think we've got everyone's attention. Let's get back to the meeting.
Would it be a rusty spot for him? That was you, Lila, but I didn't feel like flipping it.
All right.
Oh my god, that was horrible.
You, Lila,
Yeah.
I will take away your talking privileges at this table. And in this room,
I
before
bite.
you start getting another thing.
1, take me to dinner first. 2, I bite.
1, you already kissed me. 2, no.
Also, that's enough.
3, you're sassy as fuck.
I know,
4.
right?
We all already
Enough!
know
You missed a number.
that. You said 3 and I went 4.
Yeah, but I went 1, 2, 3. You went 1, 2, 4.
Man, I love me.
I argued with your mom.
Yourself is such an asshole.
I argued with your mom and your aunt, and you're no different.
Man, I love me. Alright, let's get started. We were talking about how we're gonna fight this war, right?
You use less eloquent words, though.
She's
My
not
God,
very
it's
eloquent
like I'm
speaker.
not 10,000 years old.
Does she speak like old English? Like OLDE? English with a Y?
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
She speaks that ancient common dialect.
Okay.
Forsooth.
So, any questions for a new arrival?
Honestly, whenever Eulila wasn't being Eulila, like, if you guys would have been actually asking questions, someone had been asking her things.
Oh,
Hey, Elliot,
then
what is that?
Strawberry.
we're more or less talking together.
No,
So I'm
obviously
assuming
that's like
that
Pink
questions.
Goo from the Teletubbies.
We were right next to her, so I assumed we heard any questions, or you would tell us if anyone was asking her questions. I'm
They
sorry.
weren't always right next to her.
Okay.
She was walking. She's just
Nice.
up and roaming, stretching her
Pretty good, huh?
Which side of the table does she sit on?
That's really good.
the front.
This side?
What?
The front.
This side here?
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
Just kick back. Taking up both seats.
Seems about right.
Did Ansel have anything to say after I showed him everything? Because we kind of,
We did
jumped.
zoom past it.
Yeah. You Lila came in and then everything went down with everything and he never...
Everything went to shit.
Nothing, Ansel never gave
Sorry,
Sarah any
I
kind of...
got sidetracked
Yeah.
because I am only one individual. This would have happened, you know.
What, you're not 7 people?
I'm gonna punch him.
You're not 7 people in a trash
Do it.
I'm gonna punch him in the dick. I swear to God. Anyways, so what ended up happening after you dropped the connection is you kind of see him like get really teary-eyed, and he just looks at you and he's just like, "I'm sorry for both you and her."
She wouldn't mind coming out here as proof if you want her to.
I'm not gonna make her. I can imagine it's a bit of a
Touchy subject.
potentially. I suppose it's been a bit complicated to try to fix broken wings. Spells you need for that kind of repair or costly.
I don't know if she's tried or not. She hasn't really talked about trying to repair them that much. I think she thinks that because of her new form, she doesn't deserve to have them back.
Pilgrims and long, arduous road. One we all walk around.
Don't we know?
Alright, so we're cut back over to past the shenanigans.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry.
That's
We
when
needed
you
a little,
heard.
That's
we
when
needed
you
a
Lila
little
busted
good
in.
moment in.
Sausage fest.
Lila busted it down sexual style.
Don't ask her.
Is she
can't.
goaded with the sauce?
Don't test me. I'll kiss myself.
So back to
Please? No.
Do we have any form of agreement, or is there any more questions?
So presently, all you need from the organization is information brokering from the palace.
Potentially.
And some
Trying to get as many people to safety as you can.
people are welcome here.
What about if a war actually breaks out? Then what do you need then?
That's where I step in, I believe. Looks at y'all to make sure you're okay with this part.
I'm keeping my mouth shut.
While helping with the information brokering, I have a few friends out in the woods that would need some help getting back in working shape, as well as some others I plan to drop off. Other than that, I plan to leave my esteemed other half here to more or less look over the place. Make sure everything's right. Make sure the fences get built up, ready in case any kind of war happens. As Aya herself has proclaimed that us, are apparently her best in-field strategist. So, leave it here to have defenses built up. People are welcome here. We have land for them to be set up. We have some lodging available, but I presume that others will need to be made. And potentially have the Mockingbird set up a base of operations here, if needed. So that if they are needed.
Do you plan to fight this war with your constructs?
With my constructs, with myself,
Maybe with some cannons.
and with anyone who wants to fight after knowing the truth. I have a defensible position.
So while having informants leak news from the palace, also setting up a base of operations here for the war.
Yes. While it would be nice to stop the war, I don't know how practical it'll be in the end.
So then what about the Kieran thing?
I plan to take myself and my friends to the material plane to take care of this problem. Aya says that she will control the flow of time to where not much time passes here while we are gone. And I also plan to take that time outside to bolster forces.
There's also a chance I can get my blood order to join our side and fight with us.
More support?
Yeah. I at least know I have two of them. They kind of have no choice but to fight with me. They're kind of stuck with me.
Just two?
I thought it was
No,
three at this point.
there's three. One of them has a hard moment. Elaine's kind of one of Aya's generals, but she's a part of my parabatai. It's a little difficult.
Complicated?
Yeah.
What this
But else it's an Ajax. We're just gonna do whatever we need.
What isn't complicated at this point?
Breathing.
For some people,
Honestly, at this point, I think.
Just points to Aramis when that statement came out. I don't think he breathes.
Honestly, I think one of my lessons in quantitative. Let's see. Pause for a second. What's a real sciencey term for magic? Like.
Science.
Quantitative arc.
Quantitative arcane manipulation of the fabric of reality.
I think at this point, I think a lecture
Oh my
on
gosh.
quantitative. Let's see,
Upon the
quantitative arcanomancy. I'm pretty sure giving a lecture on quantitative arcanomancy would be a little bit simpler than all this. No, I did not just make up a word to sound smart.
It's fantastic.
Inside.
insight.
Hey, you don't need Dr. Pepper.
1 second, I gotta.
You're shedding all over.
Yeah, he's shed buckets.
I
of
believe
blood.
you. I
You
got an
believe me?
11.
Fantastic.
I think I believe you. What'd you roll?
15.
I believe you.
I don't. I got a 16 on my roll.
What did I get myself? A 17.
I said a 16 on my roll.
Ah.
16 plus 12 because
Bullshit.
fuck you.
They're level 20, okay?
Nope.
My dude, you're
40.
getting
I
covered.
think Mama Lou's level 40.
He sheds like a bus.
Alright. So,
Like,
I guess the question now is there any more questions that you want to ask us?
he's snowing.
Or
There
is it
is-
time?
One more thing we need to make sure that we do have.
Okay.
You'd asked what all was on the table and what we asked of you. And we proposed a leader after the war or before if we can make it not be a war. All good?
No.
It's just going everywhere.
Wow!
I told you he was snowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she keeps doing it.
Stop it! You don't need cat hair all in that
So much.
apartment.
Jesus, man.
He's losing his winter coat.
Yeah, because it's summer. Okay,
Alright.
that's enough.
Alright, stop it.
Slices.
Ansel! Speak!
Okay. I was talking and
Jesus Christ, we need to get this cat a shedding brush.
Hey. Speaking.
okay.
Ain't got much more
You
time.
guys are a respected organization within the Feywild. We would ask for your support if we put Skara towards for being a leader. Come on, I can't. Be serious with this, can I? Or at least see what we do after we deal with Kieran, and then you can decide on that part. Because we will be dealing with Kieran.
Oh, yeah, no, we're dealing with Kier.
And what have you done in the process?
Well, she'll come back eventually, and I can plead to my gods to let me live.
As long as my physical form is intact.
I'll hang around somehow.
As long as it takes us more than 3 days, I'll be back.
As long as
Yeah.
You know what? Another thing. If
It's
we
fine.
do die, find me somewhere and try to restart this thing. I'll
As
figure
long
it
as
out.
my chest piece is intact, I can't die.
Well, as long as we don't all die at the same time, we're fine,
You know
because I
what?
have
We
stones
should
to stop
talk.
it.
Do you have anybody that's really interested in the Glagolans?
Yes.
We should talk because this may be a stretch, but if I can set up a connection with them,
Oh wait, wrong one.
maybe
My bad. Twilly.
yeah. Because if I can set up a connection with them, maybe potentially we could start a chain reaction of through time somebody's here, connected with them talking on their behalf, and more or less, this is going to sound really weird, treat them as a citizen.
Sorry, what? Megan is confused.
Yeah, somebody to take up the new role as having a contract form with the Glagolans, like Eula has, and let the Glagalan be part of something that's moving forward in the
Oh yes,
reality.
Aramis, thank you for joining this.
In the world, and
discussion.
maybe if we can have someone that's connected to them at all times, we may be able to come to a more
Feel better?
profitable, nice arrangement with them. So that's what Eula's suggesting.
I think we're almost done.
Is we have somebody, if anything goes wrong, we set up someone to talk with the Lawlens.
I mean, I know Dryad is pretty good at talking to plants.
Do you think she'd be okay with that?
No,
Okay.
absolutely not.
It hurts like hell to form a contract, by the way, so they better be pretty damn beefy.
That's definitely gonna have to be something we work out over time.
Yeah, that was just something I was throwing out there to put in your mind.
Alright. Unless something occurs where I no longer believe in you, I'll support it.
One foot down.
Good. In the meantime, because I
What
like
else?
having formalities, I may or may not have actually written out like the main part of like the agreement. If you want to agree, like I'm gonna even sign it myself. Like
Eula just
We
kind of
all
looks at like, what the fuck?
we all like.
What you got?
Just drop a
sign the
con-
No,
agreement.
read it out.
Huh?
What's
read
it
it
called?
out.
I'll actually write you one so you can sign them all. But it's I mean,
You had not wrote it down.
no, I had not wrote it out yet.
You can't be saying I wrote it out if you ain't wrote it out.
'Cause
What happened to the?
I have not actually wrote it out.
I think it might have fallen.
Scarra would have wrote it out.
You whores! My goddamn lint roll.
Scara took the lint roller.
It's like all the way
I'm
back
not
here.
saying you're writing on this. I'll tell you what it is.
You can just read it.
Yeah.
Read
It just says
We had three main things.
all are in agreement for gaining information on Titania and her plans, providing protection for their citizens
In case of the war.
in case of the war, and
Support of Scarab's King.
yeah, the supporting. I'll say there may be more. The supporting Scarabwood, one of the original ones. Oh,
only
backing
had
us
two.
up. Backing us up if a war does come to fruition. And then could, in my very fancy writing, this is all just in my writing, in some way support Scara as the new king. In very small print at the bottom. This is temporary. We can come back to this later. This is just to say that on
Today.
15 Garland Moon, this was an
Time is it?
agreement.
Is it 2 p.m. now? This take longer than an hour.
It did take longer than an hour.
It took like what, 4? It took us actually 4. We were mostly role playing.
15 Garland Moon.
This is your fault. You
This
shit.
is your fault.
Your
You
fault.
pulled the
You're the
doll
one
off.
who did it.
I pet it
No, you actively pulled pieces of his hair off.
at the end. Most of it is just because I pet it.
Look at all this shit that's over here. You should see the massacre that's over here on this chair.
But in the funniness of the moment,
Just roll him.
Aramis died in the funniness of the moment.
Alright?
hang on.
Are you actually wanting me to sign it?
Yes.
I swear to God I will.
You have to sign it 6 times.
I will.
I don't have it wrote out. I will actually have it
Well,
wrote
we
out.
don't know if everyone's in.
We can print it out later. But we're gonna just jokingly like, here's his paper. Just sign his paper.
This would be fantastic if we jokingly all signed things and we made an actual document later for having its prop.
We are. I
Cool.
just said we're gonna do
Oh,
that.
we are?
I'm actually gonna write it out. And we're actually all gonna sign it. Or who all agrees to sign it. So Twilly said she'd sign it, so just Scara has signed his. We're gonna do it in this order, that's why I'm doing this. So we're gonna write it below each other. On the form we get done for a prop, we're gonna sign it in this order.
she thinks it's safe. I guess I will go.
Who's that?
Probably Ansel.
Ace.
Oh, Ace.
Nice.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like you don't have two terribly different voices, so we go to figure it out. This is why we give you note cards and clothespins.
You can't get real gravelly with Ace.
Honestly,
Which is
I
good
feel
for
like
you,
he doesn't
but-
have a gravelly
I
voice.
don't feel like he doesn't either.
I feel like if
It's
anything,
the most flowery voice ever.
It's okay.
But honestly, we absolutely love when you always have the clothespins in the note cards. It's the
A
cutest
mad
thing.
voice.
yeah, they don't
That's
all have
not the problem. I think
they
it's
don't
very
all have to
fitting for
sign it
you.
back to back because it could be like Eula goes, "I'll sign it," or Kai, "I'll sign it," and someone else could sign it. So you don't have to have all of yours sign it back.
What was
to
the
back
middle
to
point
back.
Yeah, I know.
again? Because I forgot to hear it.
In case of a war, they aid in helping the people and back us up again.
Yeah, it was gain information, provide protection for citizens.
These
Help
two
us in
still
the
look
war.
apprehensive.
Arya and Ansel.
This one has been relatively silent and just kind of listening. This one goes to sign next. Shortly after Ace. And are y'all wanting to do any of y'all's signatures?
Alright.
Because currently she's just gone up and signed it, and the others have been relatively fucking just looking. They never find it.
It goes on the other side.
Alright.
No, it
With,
doesn't. It just never
with
did.
Aya,
Just hand it back separately, honey.
with Aya and them looking,
Luis.
with Aya looking hesitant and the other one as well, and Doll, Eula takes the two note cards that she has
So fancy.
and just slides them over. The scribble that one out is not actually written on there.
Do you or Kai sign it yet?
I'll let Kai sign it, then I'll sign it.
Or
Why do I have
Aramis.
to sign it
I
first?
don't know, because you're there. Fuck you.
I love
You're
how
actually
some of
sitting-
these words.
And they're not spelt wrong in that one, okay?
Okay.
They're
Strength is
actually
spelled
wrong.
STRINGT.
Connection has two ends, honey.
Shut up, I said
Come on, he tried it.
that
Sure.
they were, these were originally my notes for Denver. Eula would have written them correctly.
I know.
Eula can spell. Leave Denver alone.
I'm
He's
so proud
trying.
you spelled Aretusa right, though. Like,
Yes,
That was in your notes somewhere, yeah?
He
Is
asked
it in my
that.
notes or I asked? Just wanted to say.
He asked, "How do you spell Aratusa?" And I told him.
Fantastic. I think you did fantastic.
A lot of the questions or words he did ask. Just didn't ask all of them.
I didn't ask on my ones where I was writing about myself.
misspelled Oberon.
I know.
Aya is not spelled A-Y-A.
That is good enough.
Aya.
That's good enough.
Aya.
It's spelled correctly.
Aya.
Where's Airman?
Yeah.
He's pooping.
Bradley,
Aramis is pooping. Just
how
sitting in the
quickly
corner
does
pooping.
Aramis sign the agreement?
He signs it.
How quickly? Like after Mama Lulu, who was the last one, or?
About halfway through. Like, he's in on this ride or die, but
Tim's nervous.
After,
He kind of just waits for it to get
after
happen.
Mama Lulu sounds good.
Make it look different from yours.
Oh, I straight up am. To making it look as blocky as you can. As I can. You should say that.
More or less the points.
Make the font thicker.
It's gotta be a different color.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Specifically like a magenta color because that's apparently wizard purple.
As I slide those over there, more or less the points from this.
Alright. I got another thing I want added to this. And he's gonna look at you.
Sorry, I didn't mean to take that long.
And he's gonna hold out his hand and he's gonna be like, sign your paper. You and your friends helped me bury everybody that lies on that battlefield when this is all said and done.
You gotta bury people now.
This is fucked
Give it
up,
another
and
different,
Harris's
just inside
mind
a
is
different
thinking, you know, I think I'm gonna invent a mass grave spell.
Yola was thinking like, you know what? Let's just think of a spell, or he just like.
Add that to the list.
Oh no,
Yeah,
it
you gotta
doesn't mean
listen
as
to
much if you don't do it by hand.
I know it doesn't. But Yola and Eris were thinking the same thing. It's like you could definitely magic a spell to mass grave dig
This spell is called mass grave. Makes 100, but it makes all bodies within 100-foot radius disappear.
into the ground,
Yeah, that's
and
what I could
headstones
probably
appear.
do.
We need to
No.
work on a spell called mass grave. It lets every body within 100 miles disappear and appear in a grave site with a headstone.
No, Timber, the point of a mass grave is that there are no headstones.
No. This one.
That
we got
seems a
headstone.
little not great. It like
Yeah,
burying
that's
bodies.
the point of mass grave.
Yeah,
Mass,
that's the
mass graves, period.
Yeah, that's the exact opposite of what he was asking though.
I know, I'm trying to be dark and edgy.
It was dark and edgy and very funny. You did
But you're not
fantastic.
edgy. Look, you're so shiny and smooth.
Apparently we can see the reflections of our face in your left ass cheeks.
Yeah, I can even bend over and show you. Look, these butt
Go
cheeks
away.
these butt plates are
I took
firm.
away.
Hey, we're still within your time frame. There. I saw your eyes widen when I specifically requested that, and I thought that was funny, and I tried not to
I
laugh.
was just like, dang, I was like, top, off, Ansel. Especially because when he said you and your friends, I didn't even think about these people at the table. My brain immediately went to Ajax and Altus helping bury them.
I mean, sure.
And I was like, no, they'll agree. They'll do it.
Ready.
He was at least mostly referring to the people at the table specifically.
Mm-hmm.
I assumed, but my brain did not go to them when he said that statement.
All right.
What?
This doesn't spin well. It makes me sad.
That's my name.
I am
That's why you.
specifically looking at Arya and Doll, the ones that have it.
That's why I wasn't doing that.
Are you gonna keep it in your hands?
No.
Or if I
No.
give it back.
No.
No.
Just give it back.
I trust you. To behave.
Don't throw it out. Throw it up.
Do not throw it.
So, anyways,
So you said Dole has just been really, really quiet.
Mhm. Doll ain't it.
She spoke a
picked
couple
up
of
and-
times.
and made some commentary. So, what do you guys do with the two people who haven't yet fully agreed?
I'm looking at them. I've handed them the paper. I haven't signed yet.
Yeah, I did. Dole, with all of your knowledge of the fates and how things are going to play out, have you no faith in us?
I have plenty of faith in
Then
you. People. Overall, change is good, but change is hard. Who knows how many years it'll take for the dust to settle on this event. And we have 15 days to prepare. Set it backwards.
Great job. You built it.
going to take everything this organization has, if it's even half as big as you guys do.
If we had any other option, we wouldn't have had to come.
This also has a great risk of failure if you guys die on the missions.
You helped me in gaining some things to at least keep us alive for a little bit longer.
You don't think this will work?
I do.
Dusk settles and there are no gods left to answer your calls. Would you still have faith in this?
I'm more than just my tie to my goat. I want to stop them from falling at all, because if we don't succeed, that will happen.
I'm not saying you're tied to your god. But I am saying that people make greater risks if they believe they have power. This particular kind of change in the world requires more than just faith in your abilities. This requires faith in your willpower. Even when you're battered and bruised and bloody and have no magic left to give, you'll still rise and swing a mace.
I definitely have a normal one. It's just a mace. It's in perfect condition.
Very well. I'll say it with you.
Penultimate battle. This is out of character. At the penultimate battle, Hades is going to let Kai use the funny bone. It's going to be a god tier weapon.
Okay, Denver, this is perfect because Eula is now locked with Arya, and Arya is the one who is directly across the table from Eula. It is turned into a stare fest, I'm assuming.
Contract y'all didn't know Scare was making.
You honestly didn't make it though.
Shadow Wizard money
I
guy.
didn't
Scare made it, Megan did.
It's okay though. Doing fantastic on.
It's fine. Sometimes you don't get all your props ready. It's fine.
Yeah, like it took us a minute to be like, you want a briefcase? We gotta put all that shit back in there though to send in our bed.
Here
It's
you
not
go.
a lot.
Here you go.
I'll get it in a minute, but like it's not a lot. It's just some papers and some pencils and stuff. It's just,
That sounds very nice, though. It's just a whole...
yeah.
It's just all of his important papers.
No, actually, it's not. It was an art kit. That's where I kept my
That's your art
sketchbooks.
kit.
So I keep like one
You
of my
need some-
sketchbooks and some pencils in there.
upholstery work done.
Yeah, and it was a dog. It was in fantastic condition when I got it. Then a dog happens.
He used it for college.
I used it to keep my art stuff in. That I didn't have the big case. I had a lot less art kit stuff.
It is nice.
And it locks.
Alright.
Just keep it over there, because Eula's not doing
Okay.
anything unless Arya signs first.
I don't think Eula should be the last one to sign.
Hmm?
So now it's Arya.
Like,
I mean, might be sure.
sorry, it's not talking. I don't think Eula should be the last one to sign, like, story-wise, because she can't get someone to sign if she hasn't even signed it herself.
I'm not having Eula be the last one to sign. This is more or less seeing if everyone agrees. If Arya agrees, Eula will sign before Arya.
Alright. So now it comes down to my vote. The one who founded this organization. Do you think there's any hope for this place to get out without bloodshed?
I think that bloodshed will fall. It's just going to depend on how many it is. It could just be two sisters that are bleeding, or it could be two worlds. We've died once for this place. I think it says a lot through when we do it again. Because even if I do come back, I'm the first one to ever remember anything that's ever happened. So even if I do die and my soul comes back, it's most likely that I die.
What about the aftermath? Assuming you don't die. You said it yourself, you're not technically of this realm. Will you leave?
I'm a wanderer. I wander this realm, I wander the next, I wander from life to life. But I have one rule, and only one rule. Leave each place better than you found it. An old friend taught me that.
But you won't stick around to help the aftermath.
I never said that. I wouldn't be leaving somewhere better than I found it if I left after everything just goes to shit. Now would it?
So you'll be staying in the Feywild for some time?
I plan to stay. There's plenty of places to wander here.
What about you? You're the one tied to a lich who's built his power on the souls of others.
He's died.
Are you afraid?
I've been afraid since the minute I got here.
And here you still stand. Stronger than when I first met you.
Courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to do something in spite of it. I don't really have a lot of things left tying me to the material plane, where I'm originally from. My original parents, I don't even know if they're still alive. My adoptive father is a lunatic, murdered, and has left a literal wake of bodies. At this point, the closest thing I got to a family is in this room.
So you're willing to fight for this? To risk dying for this?
I'm willing to fight for him, for her, and for the dryad in the courtyard. If that involves toppling gods and killing liches, then that's just part of it.
Just another Thursday.
No, I wouldn't say that, but
Fantastic. She called my name.
Very well. If this realm burns in hellfire, then at least we can say we went down screaming.
We can make it a glorious show.
I got a few tricks up my sleeve. I can make you one hell of a light show at least.
I can't sign in Eula's hand because Eula's hand's very nice.
I mean, you could always ask the DM to do it.
You want to sign in Eula's hand? It's very nice.
Make it look pretty.
What's Eula's signature
Just
style?
pretty.
Oh, you're a wizard, all
See,
right.
it has words that you have.
I have notes.
Be like, here, sign it like this.
You know what
So
I
you
would
signed
love
it
to-
last time.
You know what I would love to do when I'm fighting Kieran? Let's say, oh, you're a wizard, all right. Just not a great one. Oh yeah? What's the difference? Presentation!
She has printed out shows off of the internet.
It's like, okay, I got this. I'll sign it. Could to make it like a darker green. That's like perfect works. Mine was like lights. Malachite.
Look, we don't. I get you trying to go for the fanciness in the iPad, but when we write it on the piece of paper, we don't got no fancy ink up in the paper.
Absolutely. We do.
No. Magic. Magic makes it fancy.
Scares us in blood. Just
Yours is constantly bleeding for all time. Just a little drip every so often.
Scares is just raining his blood.
So I'd say whenever we're about to go is definitely not my best time to give my rousing reason why I'm doing it speech. Alright, anything else?
That's it.
How dare you take my briefcase?
Lady Eula DeVille.
Yep. Lady. Oh, no. Lady Eula DeVille, champion of the maze, champion of the void dragon,
That's too many
lady of the
words.
grove. I know, it goes. We're doing it all.
Lady of the Grove, host of the Gogolin.
Lady of the grove, champion,
Lady Eula DeVille.
lady of the grove, champion of the maze,
Champion of
champion of the void
Void
dragon. It's about presentation, honey. Aria's just gonna roll her eyes so hard. Oh. You've got dumb legs.
We all need to give ourselves titles now. What would Aramis' title be?
We're all champions of the maze.
Well, yeah, aside from that.
You want to start your list of titles? Start from the top.
Aww.
See, him's got stupid little legs.
So we got. Do you want a long title, or you want all titles that belong to Scarab?
No, just like, well, never mind, Mr. I have 1,000 titles.
I mean, Scarab's actual name is Prince Scaramouche of the Feywild.
Mistress of... What is this manor called?
Oh, shit. Let me write it down.
Mistress
Lady
I-
Eula DeVille, Lady of the Grove, Champion of the Maze, Champion of the Void, Mistress of...
So what I would do. I'm such an asshole. I mean, oh.
Scaramouche is also all of those names until the last one, so it's Prince Scaramouche of the Feywild, Champion of the Maze, Champion of the
Yeah,
Void.
but only Eula would have the audacity.
You're not the champion of the void.
We all fought the Void Dragon.
No,
You're not
but
the
I was
champion.
named by. It called me its champion.
Not
Yeah.
us, that was Yola's one.
Oh.
That one was
Yeah.
Eula's thing. You do have Champion of the Maze.
I have shit ton of other titles though.
Where do I have my winery's name?
Isn't it like Dragonlight?
Ah! It's Starlight's Winery is the normal name of it, but fuck it, we're gonna name it.
You were supposed to talk to Kai about it.
Kai!
What?
We're gonna call our place the Dragonlight Winery. You okay with that?
What?
We're gonna call our place the Dragonlight Winery. You okay with that?
I thought you'd already changed it to that.
I hadn't.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah. Lady of Dragonlight Winery.
Right, all your titles or shit?
Oh yeah. Eula's the one that's got the audacity to just throw it all in there.
Fantastic.
Because I'm a little bit of an asshole. Even my own self agrees that I'm a little bit of an asshole.
Even your own self is a little bit of an asshole.
To my own self. I'm an asshole to everyone, including me. I'm an equal opportunity asshole.
I need that.
Alright, so there's that.
Why is it so long?
Alright.
Aria's gonna sign it with something even fucking longer.
No, it's just a
Show her up. Fantastic.
You want to hear the full title?
Sure.
Lady Eula DeVille, Lady of the Grove, Champion of the Maze, Champion of the Void, Mistress of Dragonlight Winery, the Undying Bard.
The Undying Guard.
Bard.
Bard! Yes, okay. I
Bard.
was like, guard? Who the fuck am I guarding?
Bard.
Scara. You were Scara's undying
Where's your
guard.
damn dragon?
Slides it over to Arya.
Tamer of Dragons.
Nice.
Because I feel like you would.
Bullshit.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, that's that's about right. And I know what's gonna happen, but I slide it over. I just write for like so long, and she's like, "What the fuck?" Slides it over to Arya.
Her signature's already there.
I know, but like I'm imagining her reaction whenever it happens, just like.
Just like blink, blink, blink. You see the look at it. I feel like you guys should actually have a day where you guys just try to sign your things in your character's way with all of their titles that you have tried to accumulate over the course of the
Eula wants a long title just to be an asshole, or
I mean-
just to be an asshole to certain things.
See,
To be difficult in
you have
certain
one
parts.
so you can be difficult. Scara's just ready to be able to be like, King Scara versus Feywild. And then that's it. He doesn't ever have to have more titles. He doesn't have to throw them all out there because when he just goes,
Prince Scaramouche shouldn't have to either.
he doesn't. He just says Prince Scara because he
Yeah.
doesn't even care to give his full name because he's
Eula's
like,
a little bit of an asshole, though.
Eula's a medium.
Eula wants to try to asshole her way through things. Scara's like, nah, I was born with this shit. Hey, I'm Prince Scara. How are you?
So,
Unless it's an informal meeting
You
and then I'm
can
like,
raise
Prince Scara
the
versus
camera.
Feywild.
Fuck it.
Not right.
He's awake.
bring the little familiar back to the beginning.
Ah, it's Miss Lulu.
Sweet little baby.
Don't throw a spoon at us.
Him little tummy. Don't call him little tummy.
All right, so I guess that's where we're ending our session.
That's where we're gonna end it tonight with everyone having signed the papers.
Except for you, Lila, at the end.
I'm so
Y'all
proud that
good
we
night
actually got
and
through the
see you
meeting
next week.
in one set.
Y'all are welcome for me randomly thinking about creating a prop for this. I will actually have prop
Nice.
next week and we'll sign.
That's
Which was fantastic that we actually did wear him out, that he took a nap for most of our session.
Bye.